Sports Network, a division of Playfly Sports.
Time for a next man up mentality coming off of a 1-point loss to top-ranked Houston. Auburn returns to the Plains to play without its leading scorer and rebounder. Good evening and War Eagle from Neville Arena with Randall Dickey and Brad Law. I'm Andy Burcham. Auburn had 3 chances in the last 20 seconds for a game winner against Houston Sunday at Birmingham. Keyshawn Hall led the Tigers in scoring and rebounding, but missed the final 4 minutes of the game with an injured ankle. His return to the lineup isn't known at this time. Sebastian Williams-Adams will get the start at the small forward tonight against Jackson State. The SWAC Tigers played for their conference tournament championship a year ago. Bo Williams' team features the conference preseason player of the year. Deshaun Ruffin transferred from Ole Miss and leads Jackson State with 14.7 points per game. Redshirt junior Jamie Mitchell adds over 13 points per game with the team leading 7 threes through the first 3 contests. Tonight, a tune-up for Auburn before it heads to Las Vegas. The Tigers get Oregon and Michigan in the first 2 rounds of the Players Era Tournament. They'll have to play tonight without the best free throw shooter in the country against Jackson State. The CBNS Bank countdown to tip-off starts now.
Exclusive pregame coverage of the Tigers begins now with the CBNS Bank countdown to tip-off. Coming up, analysis, interviews, and a look around college basketball, all to get you ready for Auburn basketball. CBNS Bank has a long history of stability, and just like Auburn University, we have a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. Alongside Coach Randall Dickey, here's the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
And we welcome you to it will be a full Neville Arena later on tonight as the Auburn Tigers get set for the Jackson State Tigers. Auburn comes in 3-1 on the season. Jackson State is 0-3, and in the midst of a road trip, a long road trip before it finally gets to play at home next week in Jackson, Mississippi. Along with Coach Randall Dickey and Brad Law, I'm Andy Burcham. Glad to have you with us tonight on the Auburn Sports Network. And first things first, Randall, we got to talk about it. Auburn lost Keyshawn Hall in the last 4 minutes of that 1-point loss to Houston on Sunday. Would have loved to have had Auburn's leading scorer and rebounder down the stretch of that ball game. An injured ankle and foot. There is no bone break for Keyshawn. That's the good news, but how long he's going to be out, well, we just don't know at this point.
Well, you never know how a young man heals. You never know how serious a turned ankle can be. Sometimes the swelling takes a while for it to go out, and sometimes they bounce right back. So we'll wish him the best. I think it's really important of how the Tigers come out tonight, respond without him. They did a good job after losing him against Houston. I thought they competed extremely hard, had an opportunity to come out with a victory, came up just a bit short. But anytime you lose a guy that impacts the game like Keyshawn Hall does, it is always going to affect someone because he can score. He's a 3-level scorer from the perimeter, mid-range, and right at the basket. He also is an excellent free throw shooter and will surely be missed until he returns. The Tigers, somebody's going to have to step in that role.
There is good news to report on the injury front for Auburn. Outstanding freshman Simon Walker out of Huntsville, who injured a foot in September, has been cleared. We could see his first college action here tonight. Pregame medical report is presented by East Alabama Health. Their team of first responders proud to provide first aid care at Neville Arena and every Auburn Athletics home event. All right, how does Auburn respond to that 1-point loss on Sunday? A heartbreaker for the Tigers, to be sure. Shoot better free throws, play better defense in about a 6-minute span in the second half when Houston spread it out and got to the rim too many times. And Auburn has come away with its biggest win, perhaps since beating Michigan State to go to the Final Four a year ago.
I don't think there's any doubt. One thing I was really pleased with is how well the Tigers competed down the stretch. They actually just could not get the ball in the basket, but their defense was sensational. They held Houston in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game scoreless and they just hung on by a thread. Tigers just never could get the ball in the basket, and I think missing Hall during that stretch really hurt.
Hall went out about the 4-minute mark, but for the last 3 minutes of that game, Auburn held Houston scoreless and nearly overcame a 7-point deficit in the process. All right, tonight you're at home. It's a late start tonight, and you're going up against a team that has been overwhelmed in its road games so far. This is a Jackson State team that will be without at least 4 of its players through injury tonight. It's a team giving up almost 96 points per game. It's scoring only 59 points per game and has been out-rebounded by a great margin at both the offensive and the defensive end of this season.
Well, I think one of the most glaring facts, and it should make the Tigers really hungry, is their field goal percentage is very poor. The Tigers have got to take advantage of that. They've got to dominate the defensive glass, give Jackson State Tigers one shot, clean the glass, get out in transition. And after watching a little bit of the practice today and a little bit yesterday, I feel like that the Tigers may play a little bit faster tonight. They may get up and down a little bit quicker just because of the long caroms that comes off from the misses from Jackson State.
This is a team in Jackson State that played for the SWAC tournament championship a year ago. Lost to Alabama State, of course, who Auburn played in the first round of the NCAA tournament a year ago. And this team has picked anywhere second to third preseason this year. And it features the preseason SWAC Player of the Year, Deshaun Ruffin. Now, this is a guy that Auburn recruited, had committed to Auburn several years back, eventually went to Ole Miss, fought some injuries, and now is going to be one of the premier players in the Southwest Athletic Conference this season.
Well, he's scoring at about 14 points a clip. He can put the ball in the basket. He's a versatile player. He's kind of a tweener. He can score it. He can drive it to the basket. He's somebody that the Tigers have really got to key in on defensively, keep him in front, and make him work for every point he gets.
All right, for a team that Auburn is highly favored over tonight, give me an early key for this Auburn ball club tonight, Randall.
Well, I just feel like the Tigers took a different mentality. Leaving Birmingham the other day, I felt really good about the improvement they continue to make defensively. Their offensive rhythm is starting to kind of take a little bit better shape. It hurts that you're without Hall tonight to continue that progression, but it's going to give someone else a chance to step into that role. But I think the Tigers should be a little bit furious, come out hungry. You're defending a great record at home on a non-conference stand. There's a lot of things at stake. Plus, you want to continue to make yourself better as a player. In return, your team gets better.
You talked about the win streak for Auburn. The Tigers have won 61 consecutive home non-conference games. They're looking for number 62 tonight, and the tickets have already been sold. Hopefully, everyone's going to be in the seats. It'll be the 74th consecutive sellout here at Neville Arena.
Well, for many years, Neville Arena has been the toughest places in college basketball to play. It's got to continue that. To do that, the Tigers must come out, establish their game defensively, turn it into their offensive game, execute, somebody emerge. Who is going to be that go-to guy that we can hang our hat on, go get a basket when we really need it?
Sebastian Williams-Adams will get the start for the injured Keyshawn Hall tonight. He has been terrific for Auburn in its first 4 games. The 6'8" freshman out of Houston, Texas, averaging 11 points, 4.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists per ball game. He can play anywhere from the 2 to the 5, and he can defend anybody on the floor.
I think we all have to be patient with Sebastian. I think he's going to be an outstanding player. Ability-wise, he's got all the ingredients. Had a rough day at the free throw line the other day at Houston, but he is going to be an outstanding player. He will grow. He seems to really want to be good. He really wants to be a good player. The thing that I like about Sebastian is he is a magnet around that basketball. He is involved in plays above the rim, defensively, and especially when it goes up on rebounding, he's always seemed to have a hand in there.
Tonight's 60-Second Scout is brought to you by Sensory, proud sponsor of Auburn Athletics. The experts at Sensory with Carrier create a cool indoor retreat for heating, cooling, and insulation. Here's Ian Borders with the 60-Second Scout of Jackson State.
Jackson State has some really good guards. They've got Deshaun Ruffin, who originally was committed here as a junior. but ended up going to Ole Miss, played there for a couple years, had a couple injuries. But they've got 3 guards that can really go, along with coach's son off the bench that can go. And so they're going to challenge us, our defense. Houston had a couple guys that just lined us up and drove us. And that's what Jackson State's going to really try to do all game. They don't pass it as much, only 42% of their offense comes off assisted buckets. And so they're trying to go get a ball screen and get theirs. They are top 10 in the country in getting threes off. And so although they're not shooting a great percentage, they still, they're getting them up, those 3 guards particularly. Defensively, they play more of a pack line. We should be able to run our stuff, but those little guards will get after us a little bit and try to speed us up. But it's something that, looking at the Houston game, we should be able to build on a couple things, specifically guarding the ball and being in gaps.
And that's our 60-second scout of Jackson State. Brad Law joins us after the break with the SEC report when the CBNS Bank countdown to tip-off continues in a moment.
At CBNS Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues, recognized by American Banker as the 16th best-performing bank nationally and number 1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CBNS Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like cookouts, cornhole with friends, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad, the one with the feta, or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated vine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Auburn spirit. It's what drives champions on the field and in business. At the Harvard College of Business, that same passion shapes the next generation of leaders. With a personalized, hands-on approach, we prepare students for success, whether in the boardroom or big moments in life. Auburn pride, Auburn innovation, Harvard College of Business, inspiring business. Visit harvard.auburn.edu to learn more.
The Raymond J. Harvard College of Business presents the SEC Report. A look around the deepest, most challenging conference in college basketball. Accelerate your career with an online MBA from the Harvard College of Business. Learn why they're ranked among the nation's best at harvard.auburn.edu.
Auburn is one of only 2 SEC teams in action tonight. At the top of the hour in Chicago, Alabama takes on number 8, Illinois. Alabama is ranked 11th. Back on November 11th, Illinois beat Texas Tech, who was at the time ranked 11th. Illini are ranked 4th in offensive efficiency. The Crimson Tide are 11th in that category. This is the return game from the matchup Alabama won last year in Birmingham. 8 o'clock Central tip in Chicago. From last night, Ole Miss, LSU, and South Carolina stayed unbeaten. Kentucky dropped the top 25 matchup with Michigan State in the Garden. Arkansas escaped with a win over Winthrop. Texas A&M slipped by Montana. 3 25-point-plus performances across the conference last night individually. Still, Auburn's Keyshawn Hall, the league leader in scoring and rebounding. He's the only player averaging a double-double on the young season. 5 more teams play tomorrow. Mississippi State against Kansas State in Kansas City. Tennessee hosts Tennessee State. Missouri welcomes South Dakota. Vanderbilt plays host to Texas Southern. And Oklahoma entertains Oral Roberts. We are counting it down to Auburn and Jackson State. Let's get a quick check of the Yellowwood scoreboard, though, just because a couple of other games of note involving some future Auburn opponents. 4th-ranked Arizona going into Stores They had a double-digit lead over number 3 UConn. Huskies have climbed back in. Wildcats lead 56-52 with 8 minutes to play up in Connecticut. And 7th-ranked Michigan took care of business against Middle Tennessee, 86-61 in Ann Arbor at Chrysler Center. Auburn will see the Wolverines Tuesday of next week in Las Vegas. All right, counting down to Auburn and Jackson State. Andy Burcham's exclusive pregame conversation with Stephen Pearl follows these messages. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu, or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Life moves fast. Shouldn't your checking account keep up? Meet Explore Checking from Max Credit Union. No monthly fees, no minimum balance requirement. Enjoy perks like access to your paycheck up to 2 days early. Earning rewards that can be turned into cash each time you spend with your Max debit card. Plus with 24/7 digital banking and an easy-to-use mobile app. Managing your money is quick and effortless. Start exploring today at mymax.com/explore. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
From the thrill of the game to your own peaceful retreat, all in one game day. The Residences at Arbor Lake in the heart of Auburn combines comfort, connection, and calm. A short drive from the stadium and AU campus, the Residences at Arbor Lake is a 35-acre escape with stocked fishing lake and private balcony for each unit in the 55-plus apartment community, locally owned and operated. Discover your quiet place. The Residences at Arbor Lake. War Eagle.
Hey, this is DeMarcus Riddick, looking for a street legal golf cart. Diamond Golf Carts has the largest selections in the state, and the store is right off the Opelika Road, closer than you think, with the location in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville. Raising the bar since 2012, golf cart sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Carts is full service for all your golf carts need, and they offer pickup and delivery. Carrying brands such as Easy Go, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit diamondgolfcart.com and drive different, drive Diamond.
Ford presents our exclusive pregame visit with head coach Stephen Pearl. Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
Before Auburn heads to Las Vegas, the Tigers get Jackson State tonight. Spend a few moments with Auburn head coach Stephen Pearl, and next man up, and you've already had to do that a couple times this season, Coach.
Yeah, it feels like this group just hasn't been able to all stay healthy, really since June 1st. We've had somebody out in practice for a game pretty much every single day. We haven't had like our full roster healthy only once since we got here, since we got together. So, but the positive is we've done it before, and just next man up and more opportunity for the next guy. And we just got to pick Key up, not being able to go tonight.
What is his prognosis at this?
It's a foot and an ankle injury, and obviously definitely out tonight, but really no timetable for return based on his treatment and his progression over the next couple of days and weeks, and just kind of see where he's at. We're not going to rush him back. Obviously, we want him to be 100% when he does come back. So obviously I'm going to lean on him and Clark to kind of make that decision and to move forward.
Sebastian Williams-Adams back in the lineup for you tonight.
Yep, Sebastian started for us, and in the last game, I wanted to start Sebastian, but it was more of a matchup thing. We knew who was going to match up with Key if we didn't start Sebastian. I told Sebastian that. He said, "I'm happy to come off the bench." So he's just every coach's dream. He'll do anything you ask him to do. It's obviously win the game, but yeah, he'll be back in at the 4 tonight. We're going to have to use him offensively to expose, some of their, undersized bigs in there, and he'll have obviously a big role in tonight's game.
To me, the aftermath of Sunday's ball game with Houston.
Yeah, we'll go back and watch the film and, realize that there was a lot of things that we could have done better, especially on the defensive end. We just, in the second half, too many times left the guy who was guarding the ball on an island, and we were offering little to no help from the 12-minute mark to the 4-minute mark, and it really didn't we really didn't change that, until the last couple of minutes when our guys really got into the gaps and they got multiple turnovers because they were just in the right position. So, there was a lot to learn from the film. It wasn't just our free throws. It was our defense that ultimately let us down in the second half. We just didn't do a great job of containing them one-on-one. I thought we forced them into a lot of tough shots, and they unfortunately made a bunch of those tough shots. But that's that's what's gonna happen when you play a really good team. So, learned a lot from it, and for us, we just got to continue to grow and build and get better.
We've seen that twice, ironically, both times in Birmingham, the Oklahoma State exhibition and Houston. What is the remedy when a team likes to spread you out and try and get those straight line drives to the basket?
Yeah, we just got to be in gaps. And I talked to my coaches after the game, and I just poured on them, like, you guys have to communicate that with me in the game because I'm so focused on the ball. I need you guys to really make those adjustments off the ball. And we finally did, but it took too long. And so we got to do a better job in game of recognizing when we're just being lined up and driven. And, we got to be able to tell the guys, like, you got to take 2 more steps to the ball so that guy sees multiple eyes and bodies so we can't just drive it. So, I think when you play better teams, it's natural for you to get more concerned about your man and trying to stop him from scoring. But the most important thing is guarding the ball. And we just got to, get back to that. And tonight will be a great, test for our one-on-one defense because we got some really quick guards that can get downhill.
This is a guard-generated ball club that you get tonight. It really is a 4-guard lineup that you get. Auburn will be much bigger just about everywhere on the floor, but it is the guards that leads the charge for this ball.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting 1 through 4 are averaging between 9 and 15 points. So we got to shut down their guards. Deshaun Ruffin is the guy that was committed to us years ago and with Ole Miss and is now preseason player of the year. Number 3, Mitchell, might be the one guy I'm most impressed with on their roster. Just shooting at a really high level in multiple places, can get downhill and get some pitch to the rim. McMillan was the SWAC freshman of the year last year. So, and then Devin Reed was the guy that played at Louisville. So they have a lot of talent on the roster. They have guys that can go and obviously, score the basketball. For us, we got to do a great job rebounding. This is the worst rebounding team in college basketball, offensively and defensively. So we got to crash the offensive glass. We got to keep them off the offensive glass. We got to attack and transition. We got to take advantage of our size. They don't have really much of a shot blocking presence because they have a bunch of guards out there. So we got to do a good job playing off 2 feet, playing physically, shot faking, getting off in the air, and then getting to the foul line, and of course converting our free throws.
All the best tonight, War
Eagle.
Welcome back to the Ford F-150 Truck Highlight Show.
We saw an outstanding performance, Andy.
It wasn't just the performance, Gabe. F-150 sent a message.
I mean, come on. Towing, payload, technology. It's one highlight after another.
Gabe, it's always game on with a Ford F-150. For the latest offers on the official truck of the Auburn Tigers, see your local Ford dealer today.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Throw a flag before ants, termites, and other pests invade your home by calling Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control systems protect your home from unwanted pests and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. Make the right call and call the South's most trusted name in pest control for a free inspection. Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
And we are counting it down to the Tigers and Tigers tonight from Neville Arena. Let's get the keys to the game from Coach Randall Dickey. Coach, lay them on us tonight.
I think one of the biggest keys tonight is who is going to be the go-get-a-basket guy. Somebody's got to fill that role with the absence of Keyshawn Hall. The question is who. Obviously, it could be Tahad Pettiford. Proven guy, can really score big. Freeman has shown he can go get baskets from the wing position, or it could be one of the frontline guys. Somebody will emerge. It's going to be hard to keep Keyshawn Murphy out of that position tonight just because of his size factor, the overwhelming size that he has over Jackson State. Secondly, defense is improving, and with Jackson State's stats, it must be a factor coming into tonight. It's got to be a key factor for the success for the Tigers. Lastly, rebounding will always be one of my keys, being a rebounding guy. Offensively, rebounds gives the Tigers more possessions, gives you an opportunity to score, gives you opportunity to get fouled and get to the free throw line. And defensive rebounding always eliminates second opportunities for the opponents, always gives you a chance to win.
Coach's keys to the game are presented by Sun South John Deere, the preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. From an attitude and focus standpoint, do you think you can tell a lot in the first 5 to 10 minutes of this first half? I mean, look, human nature. You just came off a game against number 1 Houston where you had a chance at the very end. You got 3 games in Las Vegas next week with a little extra on the line. You want to see focus and intensity from the start to come out and take care of business in this game tonight.
I don't think there's any doubt. The way I kind of evaluate that, Brad, I always try to look at how the second turn of rotation. You get the first 2 guys off the bench at about 3 or 4 minute mark, and then they come back in. How they respond with that at about the 12 to 14 minute mark in the first half, I always think sets the tone for the team, especially the way the Tigers play, the way they play a lot of people and their rotation. But it's not a bad thing to blast off right off the bat and just blitz them.
All right. Counting you down to blast off tonight. Tigers and Tigers, Auburn and Jackson State. We've got your starting lineups next and then the opening tip. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Auburn women's basketball closes out a 5-game homestand Thursday night against Rutgers. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. Central, and tickets are available at aubtix.com. Come out and support Coach Vickers and the Tigers as they take on the first of 2 Big Ten opponents this season. Make your plans now to see Auburn battle Rutgers in Neville Arena Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central. War Eagle.
On the court, a perfect assist sets up success. That's what the Ford F-150 truck can do for you. Whether you're up against a deadline or taking some time to unwind, F-150 delivers the power, capability, and reliability you need to make every play. From the work site to the campsite, it's game on in the Ford F-150. This is Andy Birch for great offers on the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. See your local Ford dealer today. Whoa, Rico.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and number 1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're counting down to the opening tip. Time to introduce the starting 5.
Pettiford, top of the circle. He'll put up a 3 to tie it. It's gone! Between the circle, screen from the open to the left wing for 3. Good.
Anytime you set a screen for Todd Bedford, he comes wide open. You better look out because he can shoot in that hole.
Todd Bedford, Jersey City, New Jersey, Hudson Catholic High School.
Murphy ahead for Overton. Drives in the lane to the basket. Go!
Beautifully done. Nice steal by Murphy. Made the outlet pass to Overton, and Overton took it coast to coast.
Oh, at the top of the circle to Overton. Had the three, didn't take it. Shot clock at 16. Spins down the lane. Overton, fade away. 8-footer, go!
Beautiful little step back.
Kevin Overton, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Norman High School.
Freeman. Elijah, good step to the hole. Jason with two.
On a beautifully done one dribble from way behind the three-point line. Used the Euro step and then slammed it home.
Waiting for Freeman. Goes baseline to the basket. Shoots and missed it. Got it back and put it in.
Extra effort play.
Elijah Freeman, West Palm Beach, Florida, Wellington High School.
Left wing, three ball. Sebastian Williams Adams. Drives to the hole. Shoots, missed it. Taps up and in by SW. Low post, Sebastian Williams Adams. To the basket. Forces his way in. Goes up with the left hand. Go.
Sebastian Williams Adams, Houston, Texas, St. John's High School.
Shot is up and it rolls around the rim about 5 times. Shot Murphy. What an effort. It's a screen for Murphy. Gets to Murphy to the hole. Good. Murphy to Murphy at the top. He'll pop a wide open three. Good.
I think you're seeing the experience of Keyshawn Murphy come out in his late stages of the game.
Keyshawn Murphy, Birmingham, Alabama, Ramsey High School.
Starting lineups have been presented by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
By the way, that's the 5th different starting lineup for Auburn in its first 5 games this season. Before we get to the lineup tonight for the Jackson State Tigers, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Auburn 3-1 on the season, ranked number 22 in the AP poll, receiving votes in the coaches poll. Stephen Pearl in his first season at Auburn, his record is 4-1. Jackson State 0-3 on the season. Mo Williams from Alabama in his 4th season at Jackson, Mississippi, a record of 45-57. In his 6th season as a head coach, a record of 58-92. A little bit of a different lineup tonight for Jackson State. Deshaun Ruffin runs the point, 5'10 senior from Jackson, Mississippi, Callaway High School, transferred in from Ole Miss. Team's leading scorer, 14.7 points, 2.7 rebounds, 3 assists. On one wing, Jamie Mitchell Jr., a 6'5 redshirt junior out of Jackson, Mississippi, 13.3 points, 3.7 assists for the transfer from Alabama State. Devin Ree on the other wing, a 6'9 senior out of Jackson, Mississippi, Oak Hill Academy, transferred from Louisville and Louisiana Tech, where he averages 8.7 points, 2.7 rebounds. He is their most frequent three-point shooter. Kobe Butler, 6'7 freshman from Marrero, Louisiana, the first-team Louisiana All-Stater, 1.7 points, 2 rebounds. And on the inside, making his second ever collegiate start, Ebo Wilson, a 6'10 freshman from Accra, Ghana, averaging a point and 2 rebounds per ball game. So they want some size against this bigger Auburn ball club. So for Jackson State, Ruffin, Mitchell, Reed, Butler, and on the inside, Wilson here tonight. The officials, Pat Adams, Jason Baker, and Michael Roberts, the SEC crew working this one tonight. A little bit of a late arriving crowd for this late night game. This will be the first of several 8 o'clock games. Auburn will have 2 9 o'clock games here at Neville Arena. Thanks to our friends on the TV side.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Indeed, indeed. Very glad to have you with us tonight on the Auburn Sports Network. Auburn's final home game before it goes to Las Vegas for the Players Era Tournament. Auburn will play its first 2 games at the Players Era Tournament at the Michelob Ultra Arena. It's the home of the WNBA champion Las Vegas Aces. So we look forward to that trip. But first things first, take care of business tonight. Get that 4-1 record, Randall, before heading out to Las Vegas with this Jackson State Ball Club in here tonight.
It's no better time to start than at the jump. Try to establish yourself right off the bat. Go get the tip. Go down and have the first offensive possession. make sure that everybody touches the ball, gets in the flow of the game, and really get a good basket right off the bat, and then establish your defense from the start.
Tonight's game is sponsored by SmartBank. Discover exceptional service with SmartBank, your premier choice for personalized banking solutions in the heart of Auburn. From tip-off to the final buzzer, they support your financial goals. See what's so smart about SmartBank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Auburn, the home white uniforms, tops and bottoms, blue numerals, and lettering the orange trim. Jackson State, the away blue tops and bottoms with the white numerals, the red numbers, and the white trim. And it will be Keyshawn Murphy to jump it up against Kobe Butler. And the veteran Pat Adams steps into the center circle. And we are underway. Tactics control by Auburn. From Murphy to Freeman, and now to Hot Pettiford across midcourt.
Jackson State starts in the zone. Andy, looks like a big, wide 1-3-1.
Lob over the top of that zone to Sway. Sebastian Williams-Adams. Bounce pass right side, Pettiford. In the corner, Freeman penetrates, gets triple team out to the top. Pettiford for three. He missed it long. Rebound, Freeman for the Tigers. To Pettiford. Head fake at three. Drives. Big jump step to the top. Overton. Off the left wing to Hodge. Shot clock down to 12. To the top it comes for Overton. Waits for a screen for Murphy. Gets that. Kicks it on the right side. Murph for three. It's in and out. And the rebound pulled in by Ebo Wilson for Jackson State.
Elijah Freeman gave the Tigers a second opportunity with the offensive rebound, and Keyshawn Murphy really had a good look that time. It just didn't go down.
Reed to the high post for Wilson. Looking for Ruffin. Gets the ball to Ruffin almost at midcourt. He's picked up by Elijah Freeman. And a pass to the wing, packed out of bounds by Tahad Pettiford, which leaves 9 seconds on the shot clock for Jackson State.
The pressure of Auburn on the wings is very intense right now. They're really denying those passes, denying Jackson State to reversing that basketball.
Ruffin at the top, works on Overton. Ball batted away, gets it back, goes up and under. He missed it. Rebound KO. Overton on the break for the Tigers across midcourt to the left wing. No score, just the start of things. Freeman, nice pass, and Murphy flushes it with two hands.
Outstanding transition offensive basketball that time. 3 passes and a dunk.
2-0 Auburn on top. Auburn presses. They break the press with one pass. Butler drives. Ball batted away. Shoots over Murphy and scores.
Kind of threw over the top of our press that time. They threw it long, kind of surprised the Tigers, and had us 2-on-1 on the backside.
2 apiece. 18-18 in the first half. Pettiford. Right corner Freeman. Head fake at 3 and lost it. And then a whistle and a reach in on Sebastian Williams-Adams.
The Tigers are looking to cross-court the basketball, throw a diagonal pass from one guard to the other deep corner. That time they had Freeman wide open. He did a good job on his shot fake to try to put it on the deck, but the guy got a hand on the ball and ended up losing it.
18-13 in the first half, tied at 2. Jackson State ball, full court pressure by Auburn. They break it, they get it across midcourt. Mitchell, wide open 3. That's what they want to do tonight. Shoot the 3, and he knocks it home.
I think the Tigers may have to adjust their press. Instead of being so hot up on the ball, they may have to take a step or so back and make them throw it in front of them.
Sebastian Williams-Adams drives to the free throw line, back to the top of the circle. Pettiford, left corner, free ball in the air. It's up, it's good.
Elijah Freeman picked up where he left off. He misplayed the pass just the possession ago, but that time he cashed in with a nice 3.
17-42 in the first half. Tied at 5, Auburn and Jackson State. 17-37 in the first half of play. As Deshaun Ruffin works it across midcourt. Picked up by by Murphy. And a switch, loses the ball, it's loose. Here's Auburn the other way. Sway, Freeman to the hole. Underneath, Murphy for a double-hand dunk.
That's his second dunk of the night that time, and a nice assist by Elijah Freeman. The defense of the Tigers is stifling right now.
4 of the 5 Auburn players touched the ball on that fast break basket. 7-5 Tigers. 17:08 first half of play. At the top, it's Ruffin. Picked up in a switch. Murphy turns the corner, drives to the hole, put it up, missed it. Rebo Wilson out to the left wing. 3 ball in the air. It's missed. Long rebound. Pettiford out of the crowd for Auburn. Up the right sideline to Hahn. Behind the back dribble. Crossover dribble. Through the lane. Kicks it to the corner, to the wing. Freeman out to the top. Murph for 3. No. Long rebound comes to Wilson for Jackson State.
It was a nice job of the Tigers. They made the defense of Jackson State flatten out on the baseline. They swung the ball around, found a trail, guy, and Murphy had a good look. It just didn't go down as well.
Off the left wing, Mitchell. Sideline, left side, Ree. Now to Ruffin at the top. Guarded aggressively by Overton. To the corner, 3 ball. Mitchell, no. Weak side rebound over the back. Butler went over the back of Murphy and is called for the first foul of the night for Jackson State.
Williams Adams had outstanding defensive position on his blocks out that time. Made the guy go over his back, drew the foul, gives the Tigers an extra possession here.
Philip Jovic into the Auburn lineup. First a substitution for Auburn tonight. He replaces Murphy. Dejan Kulov for Jackson State in the lineup. A 6'9 freshman from Yambul, Bulgaria.
Jackson State staying in that 1-3-1 zone, really wide.
Sebastian Williams-Adams down the lane, kicks it to the corner. Head fake at 3 by Freeman. Passes out to the left wing. Overton, 3 switch.
One side of the floor to the other always makes the defense move, and most of the time the ball moves faster than the defense can. That time Overton buried the 3 from a pass from Elijah Freeman.
10-5 Auburn, 15:53 to go in the first half. Auburn 4 of 7 from the field. At the top of the circle, Dorian McMillan working on Overton, who stays with him every step. Left wing Ruffin, head fake. Drives, kicks it to the corner. Drive to the hole, head fake. Shot is up. It's no good. Rebound, long rebound, Jovic up the middle of the floor for Auburn. Phillip all the way to the hole to the wing. Pettiford down the lane. Sebastian Williams-Adams, 2-hand slammerino.
That's almost 3 baskets the Tigers have gotten by moving the basketball on the transition offense, hitting the trailer as he comes late.
Mitchell a 3 from the left corner miss. Rebound Freeman on the way. Auburn up 12-5 with the basketball. Overton, Freeman had the 3 to take it. Low post. Jovic up for the shot. He missed it. It was blocked. And here's Jackson State the other way.
A little bit slow on his delivery that time. Phillip really had a good move about it, but it just a tad bit slow.
Rough into the hole. Hang shoots and he scores for Jackson State. And a timeout on the floor. 14:54 to go in the first half. Our score, Auburn 12, Jackson State 7. Take on game day with the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier, too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your craving. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Throw a flag before ants, termites, and other pests invade your home by calling Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control systems protect your home from unwanted pests and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. Make the right call and call the South's most trusted name in pest control for a free inspection. Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cook's Pest Control.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Alabama Power. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Welcome back to Neville Arena. 14:54 to go in the first half. Auburn 12, Jackson State 7. Tigers have opened the game going 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. Auburn is out rebounded Jackson State by 4. The Jackson State Tigers 3 of 9 from the field and 1 of 4 from 3. Early on, Auburn has spread around the scoring. Overton a 3, Freeman a 3, Sebastian Williams-Adams with a dunk and a pair of dunks for Keyshawn Murphy in the early going.
Very balanced. The Tigers get 6 points at the basket. They get 6 points from behind the 3 line. They're shooting 50, 5 of their 9 shots are behind the 3-point line at 56%. Field goals, 40% behind the line. That is a good way to start for the Auburn Tigers.
Caden Magwood checks in for Auburn at the point. Freshman out of Louisville, Kentucky, Combine Academy out of North Carolina. He runs the point against the 2-3 zone. At the top to the left wing for Overton. Top of the circle, Magwood. Right wing, Freeman. Down inside the elbow, comes to Jovic. Out to the top, Magwood. Left wing, Overton. 11 to shoot. Top of the circle, Magwood. Straight away, 3. No. Rebound to the floor. Here is Mitchell the other way for Jackson State.
Jackson State changed from the 1-3-1 zone to the 2-3 zone that time. That's the reason they called timeout to make that change, and it worked for them at that possession.
Ruffin at the point to the left wing for Kolev. Kolev picked up there by Jovic. A couple international players going at each other. Now Ruffin at the left wing. Around the right side for McMillan. McMillan, 5 to shoot. Drives to the lane. Pull-up jumper from about 5. It's good.
Just kind of muscled his way in on Magwood that time. He didn't hold his ground. He kept giving ground, and the guy kept driving, and then just got up right over the top of him and scored.
2-3 zone by Jackson State. Auburn up by a score of 12-9. Freeman. Low post, Jovic turns the corner, goes up, reverse layup. It's good.
Outstanding move on the baseline. He caught it in motion, spun quickly to the baseline, and laid it in on the other side of the rim, keeping the defender away from him.
14-9 Tigers. Inbound pass stolen. Sebastian Williams-Adams against Ruppin. That's a mismatch, and Sway takes it to the hole for the bucket.
Now we're seeing the length of the Auburn Tigers in their press really give Jackson State problems.
Timeout. They're having trouble with the press right now as Jackson State. And with 13:23 to go in the first half, the Jackson State Tigers have to burn a timeout. What was the difference in the press the last couple times down the floor?
I think the length of Elijah Freeman being on the ball and the size of Sebastian Williams-Adams right there, kind of in a safety, kind of what you would call a center field guy. They just covered Jackson State. They made a miscue, threw it on the ground. The length of Sebastian Williams snatched it up and just took one bounce and went right to the goal.
Auburn is 7 of 12 from the field, shooting 58%. Jackson State 4 of 10 from the field. Points off turnovers right now, 4 for Auburn, 3 for Jackson State. Elijah Freeman in the first 6.5 minutes of the game already a season-high 4 assists.
Tigers are kind of like they're smelling blood in the water. They're aggressive in this press tonight.
Auburn tries to pass the press. They do. Magwood puts it up. He missed it. He got it back. Head fake twice. Now dribbles out of traffic and brings it to the wing.
Made a nice steal. He saved the possession by not making a bad move and pulled it right back out.
Jovic against Wilson. Jovic spins to the baseline. Head fake off the glass and good.
That one-on-one move.
And a steal and a basket by Freeman again.
That's almost 4 steals right there against this press. The length of the Tigers are really giving Jackson State problems.
First time they've been able to get the ball across midcourt the last 4 possessions for Jackson State, and Auburn is up 20-9 just like that. Kolev against Magwood. Free throw line. Spins. Kicks it to the corner. Head fake at 3 by Simmons. Drives. He put it up. He didn't get it. Wilson got the rebound. Goes back up. He missed it. Rebound tapped out. Here's Freeman the other way for Auburn with Overton. At the right wing, Elijah leaves it there for Magwood to the corner for Freeman. He'll pop a 3. Good.
Beautiful three-point shot deep in the corner. That young man just continues to get better, does a little bit of something different every game to show his improvement.
23-9, Auburn on top, an 11-0 run by Auburn in the last 126. McMillan, left wing, drives on Jovic into the lane. Pull up for a 15-footer, and he knocked it home.
It was a mismatch when the Tigers are electing to switch on defense. That time he got caught. Phillip got caught on a guard. It's a little bit tough assignment for him.
Deshaun Murphy and Abdul Bashir about to come into the ball game for Auburn at the break. Underneath shot is up. It's missed by Sebastian Williams-Adams, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 for the Tigers. Before he does that, our second media timeout of the half. 11:48 in the first. Auburn 23, Jackson State 11. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Looking for more than a degree? At Auburn's Harvard College of Business, we give you the competitive edge that sets you apart. Our programs combine classroom knowledge with practical experience, supported by mentors and career experts who align your education with your goals. It's a personalized approach that builds confidence and creates opportunities. Be ready to lead. Be ready to innovate. Harvard College of Business, inspiring business. Learn more at harvard.auburn.edu.
If you are a fighter, Medella was your reward. So listen close.
You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for the people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factor, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are fun. The devil is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it high. The devil, the marker, fight. Drink responsibly. Here in Portland, Crown Butch, Illinois.
Live sports radio, bringing you inside Neville Arena for all the action of men's and women's basketball game day with no delay. Every dunk, block shot, and steal, plus all the analysis from our Hall of Fame coaches, all with no delay. $25 new or $10 to reprogram the one you already have. Also, use it for every broadcast of home baseball and softball games this spring, all with no delay. With live sports radio, presented by Alpha Insurance.
Back at Neville Arena, Brad Law checking the Yellowwood scoreboard. Auburn will face Arizona on the road later in the pre-conference schedule tonight. The Wildcats went into UConn. Fourth-ranked Arizona toppled number 3 UConn in scores 71-67. Wildcats out-rebounded the Huskies by 20 in the ballgame. 71-67, Arizona remains undefeated. UConn drops its first game of the season. In Chicago, Illinois leads Alabama 7-3. They played 2.5 minutes. Alabama's basketball team, no trouble getting 3 at a time. It's an early lead for the Fighting Illini there. Alabama's the only other SEC team in action tonight. It's a quick check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. Back to Andy Burcham and Randall Dickey.
All right, Sebastian Williams-Adams goes to the charity stripe for Auburn. He has 4 points in the first half, and the free throw is good. Nice
Showed a lot of
play.
confidence that time. He went to a good rhythm on his free throws. Bounced it the same number of times. Held his wrist until the ball hit the basket.
And that next one is in and out. Auburn up 24-11 with 11:44 in the first half. McMillan to Ruppin between the rings. Picked up by Elijah Freeman. About an 8-inch difference in height right there. Now switch off to Magwood. Ruppin picked up the dribble. Magwood in his grill. Bounce pass Ebo Wilson. Right back to Ruppin near the right wing. Brings it top of the circle. Picked up by Jovic at a switch. He drives on Phillip. 18-footer blocked by Phillip. Rebounded by Ruppin. 1 to shoot. Pull up 19-footer. Didn't get it. Rebound up. It's missed. And the rebound pulled in. It's out of bounds, though, off Sebastian Williams-Adams.
That's really the second opportunity Jackson State's had in the 9 minutes we've played. Tigers are on a good run. I think about 12-4. It was 12-7 at the 14:54 mark, 23-11 on the 11:48 mark, and then they scored that free throw. Really doing a good job. Their defense is really good.
14 of Auburn's 24 points have come in the paint. They've been either dunks or layups. There's a 3 from the right corner, and it's a dandy from Dorian McMillan.
Pretty nice baseline out of bounds play by Jackson State Tigers that time. They're going to stay in that tight. They're going back to the 2-3 zone. They're going to try to pack it in a little bit.
Auburn basketball, Magwood, Murphy outside the arc. Off the left side, Jovic had a 3, didn't take it. Drives to the hole. Up, under, and good.
Really nice play. He backed the screen on the flex cut. He stepped out beyond the three-point line. They threw him to basketball. He took one bounce and got all the way to the rim.
6 points already for Jovic. Drive to the holes. It's up and hit the bottom of the backboard. And Freeman retrieves it for Auburn. Up the right sideline on the wing. Bashir for 3. No. And the long rebound pulled in by Wilson for Jackson State.
I'd like to see Bashir. He can really shoot that ball. He's really struggled early in this season.
He traps. So does Murphy. They get the ball between the circles for Wilson. Free throw line, McMillan from 17 missed it. Bashir rebounds. Here's Auburn the other way. Abdul picks up the dribble. A bounce pass to Caden Magwood. Drives right wing down to the baseline. Whistle and a reach in on Jackson State. It will go against Dorian McMillan. 6'3" sophomore out of Pascagoula, Mississippi.
One thing I really like about the Tigers offensively tonight, both Pettiford, Magwood, Elijah Freeman, and Kevin Overton, all the perimeter guards, see the seam in that zone. They are penetrating quickly to the heart of the defense to see if they can find an open player or their own shot.
Freeman in the corner, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. To the top for Murphy. Walked. Wanted to drive and drug the pivot foot before he put the ball on the floor.
Yeah, I think his motor, he just kind of spun out there in the three-point line. He's so anxious. He was so open. The guy was closing on him, and he just stuttered his feet just a little bit too much.
Freeman and Magwood out. Pettiford is in. Blake Mashalik with his first action of the night, the 6'3 junior, or a 6'3 junior from Dallas, Texas.
It's a good sign early in this second half. Got 9 minutes to go in the game. The Tigers are keeping fresh bodies on the floor.
9:55 in the first and counting. 26-14 Tigers. McMillan into the corner. Mitchell brings it to the wing. Drives to the free throw line. Down to the baseline. Goes up and scores. It gets fouled on the floor.
Just kind of takes Tahad one-on-one, makes a spin move. And then Keyshawn Murphy had to come across to help Tahad on that and end up fouling the guy. And he made the shot, which is amazing.
Chance for an and one for Jamie Mitchell Jr., redshirt junior out of Jackson, Mississippi. Played previously at Alabama State.
Probably played against him up in Lexington last year in that first round NCAA tournament.
Free throw by Mitchell is missed. Rebound to the floor, and Mashalik just took it away and was fouled on the play by Kobe Butler. He took it away from Butler and drew the foul.
Once Blake Mashalik got his mitts on that ball, he wasn't going to give it up. He was tough, physical, and just pulled that ball loose.
Some pressure this time from.
They're going to go 2-2-1.
Yep.
Looks
And
like about a
Murphy in and Jovic out. Good stint for Philip Jovic.
Plays really hard, really burns a lot of energy. Three-quarter court, 2-2-1 press against the Tigers right here.
Pettiford baseball pass to Mashalik near the right wing. Back out to the top with a left-handed pass to Pettiford. Looks to the bench, gets the call. 17 to shoot for Auburn. Right wing, Mashalik. One dribble, bounce pass, Williams-Adams. Left wing, Bashir. Near a double team. Baseball pass. Ball deflected into the backcourt. Pettiford with 6 to shoot, down to 5. Right wing, Mashalik for 3. It's no good. Rebound tap up by Murphy, and he's fouled over the back by Kolu.
Well, that Blake Mashalik, he just makes in practice, he just wears the first team out when he's going against them. And this year in the games, he's just struggled a little bit. Once that first 2 or 3 goes down, Blake's really going to help this ball club.
Keyshawn Murphy at the line for 2 for Auburn out of Birmingham and Ramsey High School, transferred in from Mississippi State. 8 of 9 in that overtime win against Bethune-Cookman in the season opener. First free throws off the back iron, no good.
He had an awful lot of thumb on that ball that time. The Tigers need to consistently release that basketball to the free throw line the same way every time.
Second free throw is good.
A lot better on that. His fingertips was the last thing that touched the ball.
Not as much thumb.
On the release, yeah. You can't have too much thumb. That ball kind of goes sideways. I guess in baseball you'd call that a change up.
27-16, steal Mashalik. 2-on-1 with Pettiford. Mashalik to the hole. Nobody's fouled. He went down hard.
He went hard to that basket, attacked it, got fouled. Now he's going to get to go to the free throw line. He's got a chance to get him a bucket.
And he comes up smiling. That's good to see. He has quickly become a fan favorite here in the early part of this season.
Well, I think the Auburn Tigers, the jungle is certainly appreciative to what this young man has been to this program. He's paid his dues, practiced really hard a year ago on the practice team. Come out, he's earning some more playing time this year.
First free throw. He missed.
Yeah, he was a little bit quick that time. He just didn't. His shoulders are a little bit too close to his ears that time. He needs to relax his shoulders, see if he can just kind of get back in rhythm.
Second free throw. It's good. His first point of the night.
A lot better.
His first point of the season. 28-16 Tigers. That's Auburn's Tigers. 9 minutes in the first. And they almost had a steal. Bashir. Up the floor comes Butler. Underneath the Kolev. Spins. Goes up with the right hand. He didn't get it. Rebound right back to Kolev. Taken away. Murphy ahead. Pettiford. Tahad to the hole. Went to jam it. Missed it. Rebound for Mashalik. To the wing. Bashir goes baseline. Through the lane. In the corner. 3 ball to Tahad. He didn't get it. Rebound. Murph back up and in. And he was pushed in the back.
Outstanding offensive rebound by Keyshawn Murphy that time, and a quick back into the basket for the 2 points, and now he gets fouled. Goes to the free throw line for another opportunity.
Mitchell whistled for the foul, his first. That's 7 on Jackson State in the first half. Auburn has been whistled for 2. It's a Jackson State team that has 4 guys that are not available tonight. This is not a real deep ball club.
No, and it's showing that Auburn Tigers are just inching their way of increasing that spread.
Free throw is missed. Rebound on the floor. Tie up. Jackson State out of there. Ball still loose. Diving for it. They throw it right to Murph. To the basket. Good.
He finally got him 2 points, not for the free throw line, but he just picked it up underneath the basket, went straight to the goal.
9 for Murphy. 32-16 Auburn. 8:19 to go in the first half of play. Biggest lead of the first half for Auburn Tigers on a 6-0 run in the last minute.
Really showed some, Keyshawn Murphy showed some serious athletic ability that time, and how quick he was from the floor all the way to the basket.
McMillan, corner. Reed to the top, McMillan. 19-footer in the air, missed it. Rebound Murphy for Auburn. Outlet to Pettiford. Hot up the left sideline. Pulls up at the left wing. Lobs it over the right side for Bashir. Backs up on the left-hand dribble. Switches to the right. Shot clock at 17. Hands the ball to Pettiford in the center circle.
Jackson State's going to man this time.
Pettiford whips a pass at the top. Sway. 3 good.
That high ball screen. They roll Murphy to the basket. Williams Adams fills that open spot as they called a post exchange there and wide open. And what a 3-point shot by Sebastian.
9-0 run for Auburn in the last minute. 40. Tigers up 35-16. McMillan on the wing. Picked up by Mashalit. At the top, it's Butler for 3. Didn't get it. Got his own rebound. Lost it. Pettiford runs it down for Auburn. Drives to the hole. Jump step to the hole. Goes.
Beautiful job. That Tahad Pettiford went from the other end of the half-court line. 1 bounce all the way to the basket. That is quick on quick and speed like Talladega.
Second 11-0 run for Auburn in this first half. 6:56 to go. First half of play. Ricky Bobby would be proud right now. Your team is your most valuable asset, so ensure that they're protected with the best workers' compensation insurance available. Ask your agent for an Alicom quote today. 6:56 in the first. Auburn 37, Jackson State 16. And Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
The Whataburger Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back, and it's still bigger and better than any chicken sandwich out there. More chicken strips, more Monterey Jack cheese smothered in buffalo and ranch, all on a 5-inch bun. There's so much crispy, cheesy, saucy goodness, you may find yourself speechless when someone asks what's your favorite part. Not because you can't find the words, just because it's hard to talk when your mouth's full with this much deliciousness. The Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back for a limited time. What a burger.
Hey, Auburn fans, if you're a nursing mother, wounded veteran, special needs family, or caring for an elderly loved one, Snazzy is here to support you. This season, snag free parking passes for select families at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Plus, Snazzy gives away a VIP package every home game. Nominate someone in these groups at snazzy.org. Everything Snazzy does is thanks to Carrier, the inventors of modern air conditioning. Head to snazzy.org now to learn more and apply. Snazzy, accessibility for all.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Back to Neville Arena for more Auburn basketball.
6:56 in the first. Auburn 37, Jackson State 16. Biggest lead of the first half for Auburn. Let me give you a couple notes from this one. Turner points off turnovers. Auburn 11 to Jackson State's 5. Points in the paint 22-8, and 20 of those points are either layups or dunks. And fast break points right now. Auburn 11, Jackson State 3.
Well,
All totaled, Auburn up by 21.
The speed and quickness, the size and the length of the Auburn Tigers is just way too much for Jackson State. Murphy's dominating around the basket. He's got 9 points, 4 rebounds, in 8 minutes of play. Freeman has got 8 points, 4 rebounds in 9 minutes of play. Outstanding production.
Emeka Opurum, 7-footer, is into the ball game for Auburn out of Butler Community College. Auburn continues to press. Jackson State to the top for Dorian McMillan. Between the rings, picked up by Todd Pettiford. It's a ball on the left side, knocked away. Ahead, Sebastian Williams-Adams to the hole. Emma from Elijah Freeman. Oh, big.
That's fast break perfection right there. 2 passes and a dunk. One from Overton to Sebastian Williams-Adams to Freeman, and just slammed it home.
His 11 points, the most since he scored 13 in the first half against Wofford. And Wilson throws it out of bounds, intended for Devin Reed. And that will be the 8th turnover in the first half for Jackson State.
The pressure of the Auburn Tigers is really tough right now on Jackson State. They're just forcing the Jackson State Tigers into something they don't want to do, and that is throw the ball away.
Deshaun Ruppin back into the lineup for Jackson State at the point. Left wing to Todd Pettiford with a screen from Opurum. Pull up 3 ball. Nope. Got his own rebound, though. Underneath for Opurum, didn't get it. And here is Mitchell the other way. To the other end of the floor, goes up, block, and a foul on Overton.
Wow, that was outstanding defense. Like KO that time, he really moved his feet. He made the guy try to go through his body to score it. But the guy ended up got the better of him that time. They called a foul on KO that time.
39-16 Auburn. Biggest lead in the first half for the Auburn Tigers at 23 points. And Jamie Mitchell Jr. will go to the line to shoot a couple. First and 2 is in and out. Emeka Opurum wanted to make sure he got that rebound, but it's a 2-shot foul.
Well, as he gets more playing time, he'll understand whether it's a 1-and-1, or the first one is live, or whether it's a 2-shot foul like Mitchell shooting now.
Mitchell knocks home the second. He has 6 points in the first half for Jackson State. 39-17 Auburn. 5:52 first half of play. Pettiford, crossover dribble, lobs it, dunk. Oh, the alley-oop for Opurum.
What a play by Tahad Pettiford. Penetrated deep, threw it wide open right up on the top of the rim, and Opurum just flushed it through.
Auburn aggressive in the press. Pettiford went for his steal. Maybe a little too aggressive. Tahad called for the foul. It's Auburn's 4th of the half. 5:37 on a counting clock. 41-17 Auburn on top. Auburn just dominating the inside right now. 26-8 points in the paint advantage for Auburn. Ruppin got a screen to the key, picks up the dribble. Picked up by Opurum. And just too aggressive. You just got to give him a little bit of room there at the free throw line.
The Tigers are really hungry on defense. They are chasing that basketball down a lot like those black bass chase your poppers.
That's the 5th foul against Auburn. Jackson State called for 7. Those are even and out a bit, aren't they? Mitchell at the top. 14 to shoot for Jackson State. On the left side of the lane, picked up the dribble. Onto the wing, a drive by Butler. Into the corner. Right side, Simmons to the top, Ruppin. 2 to shoot, Ruppin. Gets some clearance, shoots it, missed it. Rebound to Opurum. To Freeman up the middle of the floor for Auburn. Elijah, right wing, 3 ball. Overton, air ball. And the weak side rebound pulled in by Deshaun Ruppin.
Not sure that's KO's shot. In transition, pull up threes.
Off the left wing, 3 ball by Mitchell. It's good for Jackson State. And a timeout called with 4:41 to go in the first half. Head coach not real thrilled with Emeka Opurum. Greeted him on the floor with some instruction.
I think it's just he's made a press that defensively, there's not going to be any mistakes made through the scouting reports on any ball screens or in transition defense, whether you're going to call ice, which they trap the basketball, or whether you're going to hedge really hard. I think that's one thing he's just going to emphasize is what to do defensively when the play is called.
First half presented by Southern Union, conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn. Southern Union offers classes that easily transfer to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road. Auburn, Elijah Freeman, Emeka Purum, Kevin Overton, Tahad Pettiford, and Sebastian Williams-Adams. That's your Auburn 5 out there right now.
Jackson State's trying to stay. They stay with this man-to-man. They've gotten away from the zone.
41-20, Auburn on top, 4:33, first half of play. Pettiford lobs it. Alley-oop intended for Purum. It just didn't get there. Purum got screened off. And here is Jackson State the other way. Ruffin and knocked away nicely. Here's a steal and a drive and a basket for Pettiford.
Nice lay-in, good lead pass by Williams-Adams that time.
The steal, by the way, was Purum who tapped that ball away for Auburn. 43-20 Tigers.
It's always a positive. You get three guys involved in defense, and they all get a chance to touch it.
Alley-oop missed off the back of the iron. Purum rebounds for Auburn. And Overton up the floor for the Tigers. Kevin to the top of the circle. Lobs it into the lane for Purum. Out to the wing. Drive, Freeman. Step back. Drive, Freeman again. Bounce pass, Purum. Double hand dunk.
Anytime you get the ball to the middle of the heart of the defense, you've got three ways to go. You can pitch it out for another three. You can dump it off to the big guys, what Elijah Freeman did, or you can take your own shot.
10, 5, and 5 for Elijah Freeman right now. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Auburn called for a foul at the other end of the floor, and it takes us to our final media timeout. 3:26 in the first. Auburn 45, Jackson State 20. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
War Eagle Plus is the premier subscription experience for Auburn fans. Memberships start at just $14.99 per month. Members receive discounted concessions at all home athletic events, VIP experiences, team store credit, priority entry to select athletic events, monthly giveaways, plus access to the War Eagle Plus content network, featuring brand new video content, including original, never-before-seen, behind-the-scenes access, off-the-field storytelling, special series like Earn the Stripe, Auburn All Access, and The Flight. Heisman-level members or above will also now receive one Tigers Unlimited Foundation priority point for every dollar contributed through their War Eagle Plus subscription. Your favorite athletes, exclusive interviews, archival footage, iconic moments, and so much more. Explore the site and join today. auburntigers.com/War Eagle Plus.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Back at Neville Arena, Brad Law with a preview of the Conecuh Sausage Halftime Report. We got a full check of the Yellowwood School Board, Alabama and Illinois in a top 11 battle in Chicago, plus a top 5 matchup in stores won by a future Auburn opponent, and many other games that we'll tell you about, all coming up at the half. Plus, we'll preview a busy weekend on campus around Auburn athletics and give you all the pertinent statistical information, all coming up on the Conecuh Sausage Halftime
Data
Report.
even.
Yes. The analytics.
Yes. Auburn's equestrian team throwing T-shirts into the jungle. The Tigers, the number 2 team in the country, will host Georgia Friday afternoon at 3 at the Auburn Equestrian Center.
Well, that's great. Looks like Freeman's going to get a little bit of a rest. He's been the stat stuffer tonight. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 13 minutes.
A ball knocked away, but retrieved by Ruffin. Pettiford was being a pest out there on the left wing. He drives on Tahad to the hole, and Jovic with a full hand block out of bounds.
That's what big guys in the front line need to do. Anytime your teammates on the perimeter get beat, you've got to rotate over, take the basketball. That time, Felix Jovic got an outstanding block.
Shot clock violation. Hey, Magwood out there along with Pettiford. Caden running the point on the wings, Pettiford and Overton. Bounce pass.
First time we've seen
I think
two
it is.
smaller guards
Yeah.
together.
Overton whips a pass underneath Jovic up. Good and a foul.
He had to hang. They run a little cross screen on the baseline. Keyshawn Murphy set an outstanding screen. Jovic came across. What a pass from Overton. And he hung in the air, readjusted the basketball, and laid it in.
8 points in the first half for Philip Jovic. He's one under his career high of 9 against Merrimack. And he's now tied that career high with 9.
He got him that three-point play. He earned it all, and he also, that's back-to-back good plays, one on the defensive end with the block and the other on the three-point play.
Full court pressure, and Jovic kicks the ball back out of bounds.
Thing I really like about him, he's a high motor guy. He really has got a lot of try in his body. He's active. He's going to make mistakes sometimes because he goes too fast, but he just gives it all he's got.
Auburn full court pressure. Ruppin up the floor against Overton. Ruppin at 5'10", Overton 6'5". Now it's Jovic on Ruppin. Left wing, Reed for 3. Air ball. Save, but it comes right to Magwood. Auburn breaks. Cross midcourt, Magwood leaves for Pettiford. Drives to the basket. Pull-up jumper off the glass. He didn't get it. Rebound tapped, and it's pulled in by Reed for Jackson State, and he throws it out of bounds. Threw it behind Dorian McMillan for the 12th turnover this first half for Jackson State. This is a team that doesn't turn it over very much. Despite the fact they're 0-3, they only turned it over 12 times. They have 12 turnovers in the first half tonight.
When they see the Auburn Tigers, they think there's 9 guys out there on the floor.
That's a good point. Magwood tries to stay out of a trap, throws it down the right wing, 3 ball, Overton, good.
Nice three-point shot. Kevin Overton joins the party as well.
5 threes in the first half for Auburn. Under 2 minutes in the first. Auburn up by 31. McMillan, long 3 for Jackson State. Back iron missed. Nice rebound, Overton. Outlet up the left sideline for Pettiford. Tahad underneath for Murphy, and he got pushed. That could have gotten dangerous. He got pushed by Butler on the alley-oop attempt for Auburn. That'll be the 3rd foul on Kobe Butler.
Tahad Pettiford's vision up the floor is amazing from a point guard. As soon as he puts it on the floor, he starts looking for the open man at the basket. Kind of surprised Murphy at that time. But Murphy did a good job getting his mitts on it, got pushed. Now he's got a chance for 2 more free throws.
Nishan with 9 points in the first half for the Tigers to go along with 4 rebounds. First free throw, it's good. And Auburn in the first half, 5 of 9 from the free throw line.
Murphy's done a good job. 10 points in 10 minutes. Got a chance for 11 points in 10 minutes on 4 of 6 field goals.
Nothing but nylon.
I like to hear that splash.
I do too. 53-20 Auburn. A minute 43 in the first half of play. Biggest lead in the first half for the Tigers. It's just grown throughout the first half of play. McMillan at the wing. Throws top of the circle for Mitchell. He's picked up by Tahad Pettiford straight away. Mitchell, bounce pass. Wilson and Magwood away from the ball. Knocks down Ruppin. And Caden is called for the foul.
It's just so over time. Anytime that you're overly aggressive like that, you're going to foul. Occasionally, the Tigers are just continuing to put relentless pressure on that basketball. And any pass, one pass away, they're really denying hard that time. Magwood was a little bit over aggressive on his denial.
Ruppin gets a couple. Senior out of Jackson, Mississippi. 69% from the stripe. Free throw for the Ole Miss transfer is good. He, as a junior in high school, he committed to Auburn. Decommitted, went to Ole Miss for a couple years now, finishing things out at Jackson State in his hometown. And he knocks on both free throws. Minute 26 in the first. 53-22 Auburn.
Got 2 more possessions with the basketball for the Auburn Tigers. You want to leave the floor clean in this first half. Execute what you've got. Get a good shot.
Against the zone, right wing 3, Overton, in and out, rebound, Murphy up and in.
A good shot sometimes is a miss for Keyshawn Murphy because it gives him the opportunity to go to the glass, which he did that time. Offensive rebound and stuck it back in.
Murphy with 13 in the first half, his career high 20 at Mississippi State against Pitt. 55-22 Auburn. McMillan drives baseline right, pull up, fade away, didn't get it. Rebound Wilson, weak side. Goes up, he missed it. Rebound Murphy for Auburn. Up the right sideline for Overton. Kevin on the wing. At the top, Murphy. Straight away 3. In and out. And the rebound pulled in by McMillan for Jackson State. High steps across midcourt.
Got a chance to get, if they play good defense, the Auburn Tigers play good defense here. They got a chance to get the ball back with about 2.5 or.
Drive the hole, a left-hand shot. It's up, it's in.
Ooh, they shot it quicker than I thought. They got 15 seconds. They want to get a good shot here on the last possession.
Magwood at the right sideline centers it, gets the ball at the top. It's Overton, 7 in the first half. Overton, 3 ball, didn't get it. With 3 on the game clock, up the floor quickly. McMillan from half court. Off the iron or off the backboard, and no good. And the first half comes to a close. Good shooting half for Auburn. Tigers shot 57.9%, 22 of 38. Jackson State, 9 of 29 in the first half, shooting 31%. And at the break, Auburn leads Jackson State 55-24. Time now for Conecuh halftime. And here is Brad Law.
Auburn got 30 points on layups and dunks in the first half. Tigers were 15 of 18 on layups and dunks. 30 points from close range. Jackson State had 24 total points in that first half. 55-24 is your score. Let's get into the Yellowwood scoreboard. One other SEC team in action right now. That is in Chicago, where number 11, Alabama, is taking on number 8, Illinois. The Illini got out to an early 7-3 advantage, and it's been about a 2 to 4 point game throughout. The scoring has wound down a little bit. These are 2 of the top offensive efficiency teams in the country, but the defenses have had the upper hand for about the last 8 minutes. Illinois leads Alabama 30-27 with 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. That's the only other SEC matchup in college basketball. A couple of future Auburn opponents won tonight. Auburn will see number 7 Michigan next week on Tuesday in Las Vegas at the Players Era Championship. Wolverines tonight took down Middle Tennessee in Ann Arbor 86-61. The UAB transfer, Yaxel Lindebort with 26 points and 12 rebounds for the Wolverines tonight. A big top 5 battle in Storrs, Connecticut. Saw 4th-ranked Arizona go in and handle number 3 UConn 71-67. It was a closer final score than the stats would indicate. The Wildcats out-rebounded the Huskies by 20, 43-23, and put only 2 players in double figures. Jaden Bradley, 21 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He was 6 of 13 from the floor. And then the big man, Koa Pete, with a double-double, 16 points and 12 rebounds. Auburn will play Arizona in Tucson a little later on in the pre-conference schedule. So those are the only other ranked or SEC matchups across college basketball. Just some of the other games looking around elsewhere. Oklahoma State leads South Florida 86-80. They've got about 6.5 minutes to go in that game in Stillwater. Those offenses getting up and down the floor. TCU all over Kansas City. TCU scored the first 17 points of that ball game. Horned Frogs in front 75-42. Air Force a winner over Alabama State in action involving in-state teams. Air Force barely got by the Hornets 66-64 tonight, the final. South Alabama came from behind to beat Jacksonville State up at Pete Matthews Coliseum 71-65. And Samford tonight fell at home to Florida Gulf Coast 77-62. Bulldogs now fall to 3-3 on the season. All right, our score here at the half: Auburn leads Jackson State 55-24. We'll take a look around Auburn athletics when we come back on the Conecuh Sausage Halftime Report. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Throw a flag before ants, termites, and other pests invade your home by calling Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system protect your home from unwanted pests and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. Make the right call and call the South's most trusted name in pest control for a free inspection. Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cook's Pest Control.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your craving. From tailgate, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Auburn women's basketball closes out a 5-game homestand Thursday night against Rutgers. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. Central, and tickets are available at aubtix.com. Come out and support Coach Vickers and the Tigers as they take on the first of 2 Big Ten opponents this season. Make your plans now to see Auburn battle Rutgers in Neville Arena Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central. War Eagle.
We're back at Neville Arena. This is the Conecuh Sausage Halftime Report. Auburn in control here against Jackson State, 55-24. This look around Auburn athletics is presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you. Busy weekend ahead. Some of the highlights: women's basketball in action in this building tomorrow night. First of 2 Big Ten opponents, and the 2 opponents couldn't be further from each other. Auburn hosts Rutgers tomorrow night at 6 o'clock here at Neville Arena. They'll host Oregon on November 30th, the Sunday after the Iron Bowl. So a couple of Big Ten teams coming into Neville Arena to take on Larry Vickers' first Auburn women's basketball squad, who is now 5-0 to start the season. The best start to a season for Auburn women's basketball since the 16-17 campaign. So they're in action against Rutgers tomorrow, 6 Central. Equestrian, number 2 Auburn Equestrian, ready to host number 1 Georgia. Big rivalry matchup Friday at 3 p.m. Admission is free to the Auburn University Equestrian Center. And so if you're in the area or coming in for the football weekend, be sure to go out and support Coach Jessica Braswell and the second-ranked Auburn Equestrian team. That is always a battle. Auburn against Georgia Friday at 3. Volleyball playing in the SEC tournament Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Time. Brent Crouch's squad is the 8th seed. They will face either the 9 or the 16, either Oklahoma or Arkansas in the SEC tournament. Second round action Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning. And then, of course, football Saturday hosts Mercer, the next to last home game of the regular season, next to last game of the regular season. It's a 1 o'clock kick at Jordan-Hare Stadium. The best broadcast coverage in college athletics takes the air at 10 a.m. Central Saturday with the Tiger Tailgate Show, which is presented by Conecuh Sausage. This is the Conecuh Sausage Halftime Report. Auburn basketball leads Jackson State 55-24. We'll give you the stats from the first half when the Conecuh Sausage Halftime Report continues in a moment.
Welcome back to the Ford F-150 Truck Highlight Show.
We saw an outstanding performance, Andy.
It wasn't just the performance, Gabe. F-150 sent a message.
I mean, come on. Towing, payload, technology. It's one highlight after another.
Gabe, it's always game on with a Ford F-150. For the latest offers on the official truck of the Auburn Tigers, see your local Ford dealer today. Whoa, read.
Yellowwood knows that a five-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all. Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For five-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Since 1992, Alicomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alicomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alicomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alicomp way.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Overton with the pass up. Jovic up. What a foul. He had to hang. They run a little cross screen on the baseline. Keyshawn Murphy said an outstanding screen. Jovic came across. What a pass from Overton. And he hung in the air, readjusted the basketball, and laid it in.
Philip Jovic with 4 made field goals. He had 9 points in the first half. A lot of offensive numbers. Stuff in the stat sheet for the Tigers, who lead Jackson State 55-24. Auburn is making its way onto the floor for the second half with just under 5 minutes on the clock. Let's take a look at your stats. Auburn basketball fans, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Auburn Athletics. Let's go Tigers. SeatGeek. SeatGeek presents your first half stats. Auburn shot a blistering 58% from the floor, 22 of 38. Tigers were 5 of 17 from long range, 6 of 10 at the foul line. Jackson State, 31% shooting, 9 of 29, 3 of 9 from Trey Land, and 3 of 5 at the stripe. Auburn out-rebounded Jackson State 22-16, only 7 offensive rebounds, but only 16 misses for Auburn in the first half. Second chance points 7-3. The bigger numbers, turnovers and points in the paint. Points in the paint plus 24 for Auburn, 34-10, using the size advantage and using size and length on the defensive end to force 12 turnovers and turn those into 23 points. Some of the individual numbers, Jamie Mitchell Jr., the only Jackson State player in double figures. He was 4 of 8 from the floor, knocked down a couple of treys. He had 11 points and 2 rebounds and a steal in the first half. For Auburn, Keyshawn Murphy, leading scorer and rebounder, 13 points, 6 rebounds. He also had 2 steals. Also in double figures, Elijah Freeman, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal for Freeman. He was a perfect 4 of 4 from the floor, including a monster one-hand dunk plus 2 of 2 from three-point range. Also scoring for the Tigers, 9 points for Jovic, as we mentioned, 8 points for Sebastian Williams-Adams. He had 2 assists and 2 steals as well in the first half. 6 points for Kevin Overton, 4 points apiece for Emeka Oporum and Todd Pettiford. Pettiford also had 4 assists, second most in the first half for the Tigers. And then 1 point on 1 of 2 at the foul line for Blake Michalek, who also had 2 rebounds and a steal in the first half of play. Before we go further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Auburn is in the driver's seat. Tigers lead Jackson State 55-24. The second half is coming up next. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Get ready, Auburn. The ultimate hunting and outdoor experience is coming soon with Winter Timber Outdoors. For those who know the difference, we've got you covered. From premium firearms and trusted ammo to the largest selection of knives and Sitka gear built for the extreme. Winter Timber Outdoors is your one-stop hunting shop. Plus, check out our lifestyle apparel and our On Cloud running shoes. Find us at 2049 East University Drive across from the Auburn Mall next to Walmart's or online at wintertimberoutdoors.com.
This is Ray Hornsby at Affordable Comfort Cooling Systems and Plumbing. We believe our work is more than just AC and plumbing repairs. It is about serving people with integrity and care. As a Christian-owned company, we take Colossians 3:23 to heart. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. That's why at ACCS and Plumbing, we do the job right first time and always stand behind our work. Honest service, faith-driven values. Give us a call today or visit accsauburn.com to learn more. That's ACCSauburn.com.
Alabama license number 12084.
1907. Auburn had no paved roads, no local newspaper, a few automobiles, very little electricity or indoor plumbing, and one bank, Auburn Bank. For all these years, we've had a part in shaping and serving Auburn, Opelika, and East Alabama, a steadfast partner to our customers, meeting financial needs at just the right times. How do we know our community so well? Because we've grown up together. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Summer's here and the open road is calling. RV Roadway answers the call with new and used RVs from the top brands you trust, all ready for your next adventure. With 2 Alabama locations in Opelika and Calera, RV Roadway is ready to help you hit the road in style. And if you need maintenance, their expert service center keeps you rolling smoothly all summer long. Start your journey at RVRoadway.com. RV Roadway, where we sell RVs for less.
Tigers up 55-24 over Jackson State, about to start the second half of play. Jackson State will have the ball. I thought Auburn played and executed well, focused in that first half of play, Randall.
Really shared the ball, had 14 assists on 22 made baskets, which is absolutely great. Everybody has joined the party. Everybody's gotten in the scoring column except Magwood and Brashear. Need to get those two guys a couple, but the two guys that's really been stat stuffers is Murphy and Freeman. As just their stats has just been outstanding.
Pettiford, Overton, Freeman, Williams, Adams, and Murphy, the starting 5 for Auburn in the second half.
Tigers go to a 1-3-1 with Sebastian way out on top.
Ruffin tries to throw it underneath, and Auburn bats the ball out of bounds. They were trying to get it underneath.
I think the Tigers are experimenting a little bit with a change of defense. Now they go back man-to-man.
Ruffin at the top against Overton. Drives to the left wing. Switches to the right wing, or the right hand to the left, back to the right. 10 to shoot for Jackson State. Ruffin with 8. Inside the arc, it's Reed against Freeman. Reed with 3. Fade away by Reed. Air ball. Rebound coming out of there is Freeman. Lobs it ahead for Overton. Against Ruffin. To the hole, and he's fouled on the play.
Goes hard to the basket. Transition outlet pass by Freeman. KO took it hard to the basket. Went strong. Got fouled.
Ruffin whistled for his first foul of the night, and Kevin Overton at the stripe. 2 threes in the first half for KO to go along with a couple rebounds and an assist.
A really solid player here.
First free throw is airborne. It is good.
A lot of his game doesn't show up in the stats, but he defends. He seems to be at the right place at the right time. Doesn't turn it over. Makes right decisions with the basketball.
Second free throw good as well. And Auburn leads at 57-24 with 19-21 in the second half. Auburn goes back to that 1-3-1 trap. Ruffin having trouble getting the ball across midcourt.
They're really big with Williams Adams out on the top.
Ruffin into the key. Drives into the lane. Kicks it onto the right corner. 3 ball in the air by Reed. Missed it. Butler got the rebound.
That's one of the weaknesses in a 1-3-1 zone is when a missed shot from the other side of the court and it goes all the way across the other side of the basket. That backside rebound is tough to get. Here comes Jackson State when they're 1-3-1.
Sebastian Williams-Adams and a turnover. A steal, drive to the hole, and Mitchell jams it with the left hand. 4-0 run by Jackson State. Left corner, Freeman. 3-ball, Freeman. Didn't get it, air ball. And the weak side rebound pulled in by Butler. True Ruffin up the floor. 57-28 Tigers. Ruffin in a double team against Overton. Now spins the free throw line and loses. Ball still loose, and Ruffin is tied up by Sebastian Williams-Adams. He was helped to the floor, rather forcefully helped off the floor by Murphy, and the alternate possession arrow goes to Auburn.
Another good hustle play by Williams-Adams. He is one of the guys that will sacrifice his body. He dove in that crowd, got his mitts on that ball, and just rolled around. He wasn't not going to give it up. He is a tough, competitive wrestler.
18-15. In the second half of play, Auburn 57, Jackson State 28. Pettiford. Sebastian Williams-Adams on the wing. Bounce past it to Hod. Kicks it to the corner. Head fake it, free, back to the top. Pettiford for three. In and out. Oh, on it. And the rebound pulled in by Ebo Wilson.
That was just a straight miss by Hod Pettiford. He was in rhythm. His feet were underneath him. Knees was over his toes. He caught it in really a nice rhythm shot. It just didn't go down.
Mitchell on the wing to the baseline through the lane, and a reach-in foul by Auburn. I think we'll go against Overton. I believe it's Kevin.
One of the big cardinal errors in basketball is allowing the dribbler to drive baseline. The Tigers let him go all the way across and end up fouling.
Out of bounds, baseline right for Jackson State. Ruffin trying to look over Murphy to throw it in. Lobs it for Wilson. Sebastian Williams-Adams is there. And the jump ball will go back to Jackson State.
Tigers doing a lot better job on the baseline out of bounds play. Now they're giving a sideline out of bounds, really pressuring their man, making it hard for them to catch the ball.
57-28 Tigers. That's your Auburn Tigers. Ruffin on the right wing. Picked up by Murphy there. Ruffin puts it on the floor, drives into the lane, goes up and under. It was blocked with a foul. Ooh, not sure about that one. Not sure about that one.
Well, you got 6'10", 6'11" going against 5'10" right there. I lost the basketball. I couldn't even see the little guy going through there. I don't know where the foul was being made.
Foul was against Sebastian Williams-Adams, and Ruffin is at the line for two. Free throw is good. This is not the guy that you want at the free throw line for Jackson State the last couple minutes with Gooey Prize on the line.
Well, that's for sure. Pretty consistent there.
And he knocks on both free throws. 57-30. Auburn outscored 6-2 in the second half by Jackson State. Sebastian Williams-Adams. Left side Pettiford. Left wing 3-ball Overton swing.
Really nice shot. KO is really good on that left side with a 3-ball. He gets his feet set, steps into that 3-point shot, and that was a beautiful 3-point jumper.
He averages 11 a ball game. He has 11 here tonight. Tigers lead at 60-30. Reed, lob off the right side, Ruffin nearly out of bounds, saves it. Down the right side, Mitchell drives, baseline right. Bumps into Sebastian Williams-Adams, who pokes it away. Overton on the break. Kevin left wing drives to the hole, whistle foul.
KO is so strong. He's got that ball on his left side, coming down the left side of the floor. He just powers his way to the basket, forces the guy to foul him.
Ruffin whistled for the foul, and Kevin Overton goes to the charity stripe for Auburn. Played at Sunrise Christian Academy and in college at Drake and Texas Tech before transferring to Auburn. Free throw is good.
He's had a nice career. He was on the all-freshman team in the Missouri Valley at Drake. Got a chance to play in the Final 8 at Texas Tech a year ago, and now is one of the cogs in the big wheel of the Auburn Tigers.
Olev and Mitchell back into the lineup. Olev and McMillan back in the lineup for Jackson State. Auburn leads it 61-30.
Got 12 points in 18 minutes.
He knocks on both free throws.
4 for 4 from the line tonight.
Good deal.
Tigers are going to press hot. They got a man on the ball. They're really denying tough.
Jackson State breaks that press. Mitchell at the left wing, picked up by Elijah Freeman. Tried to drive on Freeman, got some help from Jovic, has to pick up the dribble. Bounce pass, Ruppin at the top, 14 to shoot. Ruppin against Sebastian Williams out. Active hands by Sway. Left side, McMillan back to Ruppin. Shot clock at 7. Ball poked away by Sebastian Williams Adams. Ahead to Freeman to the hole. Double hand dunk.
What defense Sebastian Williams Adams did on a point guard.
Free ball to the corner. It's good by Mitchell. They basically snowbirded Auburn after the Tigers got the breakaway basket.
They're throwing over the top of Auburn's defense. They end up getting a wide open shot, and they hit it.
64-33 Auburn. Hot Pettiford, 3 rebounds and 5 assists. On the wing, Sebastian. Top of the circle, it's Jovic down the lane. Double hand slammer! And a foul to play.
Up and away. What a slam dunk by Philip Jovic right there.
First time in double figures in his college career for Philip Jovic. 15:48 to go. Second half, Auburn 66, Jackson State 33. Tonight's game is sponsored by SmartBank. Discover exceptional service with SmartBank, your premier choice for personalized banking solutions in the heart of Auburn. From tip-off to the final buzzer, they support your financial goals. See what's so smart about SmartBank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you in big storms, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, so Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. The new center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a roll.
Well, it's better than socks.
So I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone too. For my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family. Drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile. The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
24 monthly credits if you're eligible for it. Sessions for more qualified customers that are paid plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge credits and balance due if pay off earlier cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken and War Eagle with Chick-fil-A.
At one point in the second half, Jackson State had outscored Auburn 6-2. Since that point, Auburn has gone on a run. Tigers have hit their last 3 field goals, and Auburn has outscored Jackson State in the second half now 11-9. Auburn leads 66-33, along with Randall Dickey and Bradford T. Law, the pride of Piedmont, Alabama. I'm Andy Burcham. Auburn by 33 points, matching the largest lead of the night for Auburn. 15:48 to go in the second half of play. Abdul Bashir to Hot Pettiford, Philip Jovic, Elijah Freeman, and Sebastian Williams Adams, the Auburn 5. Jovic trying to finish off the and one opportunity here.
He's had a good night. He's 5 for 6 from the field, 11 points. Got a chance for his 12th right here.
Free throw is good.
Really made an outstanding move on that slam dunk, though.
67-33, Auburn. Biggest lead of the night for the Tigers. 15:40 in the second half. Ruffin at midcourt. Picked up by Freeman. Gets a screen. Now picked up by Bashir. Ruffin spins at the free throw line. Kicks it to the corner. 3 ball in the air. It's missed. Weak side rebound. Sebastian Williams Adams. Up the left sideline, Pettiford. Off the right side, try to threaten needle pass. It didn't get to Freeman. And here's Jackson State the other way. Spin move. McMillan down the lane, and he drugged the pivot foot. Sure did.
He's got a speed dribble, got too fast for the ball, couldn't stay up with him and drug his foot.
15 turnovers for Jackson State, make that 16-6 for Auburn, and the Tigers have taken advantage. Auburn, 27 points off turnovers to Jackson State's 8.
Jackson State goes back to the 2-3 zone real tight.
Bashir, right wing three, missed it off the back of the iron. He just hasn't found his rhythm yet.
Yeah, he's not been as consistent on that. He can really shoot the ball.
Mitchell, fade away. Good over Sebastian Williams.
Kind of felt it that time. You could just see kind of in his body language. He just felt like he had that. Rose up over the top of Williams Adams and buried the 2.
17 on the night for Jamie Mitchell Jr. Auburn basketball. Freeman, right wing, top of the circle to Hod. Screen from Jovic. Pops a 3 anyway. Nope. Rebound. Jovic is there for the putback.
What an outstanding offensive rebound. Stick back by Philip Jovic. He is a little bit of everywhere. He just has got a nose for the ball tonight. Really playing well.
His career night continues. 14 points for the freshman out of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Between the circles, Ruppin against Pettiford. Into the key. Kicks it right wing. Head fake and 3 by McMillan. Now backs up on the right wing, 7 to shoot. Down the lane to the basket. Hangs and scores.
It's the second time this half. Coaches will not be pleased allowing the ball to be dribbled down the baseline.
13:48 in the second. Auburn 69, Jackson State 37. Pettiford penetrates to the hole. Hangs, goes up, and he's fouled.
Really attacking the seams. The Tigers have really done a good job offensively from the first exhibition game up until now. Have really made some improvement on moving that basketball from one wing back to the point to the other wing, and then attacking off the bounce, trying to get the ball to the paint and see what is open. You can take your shot, you can kick it out for a 3, or you can hand it, spoon feed it to a big guy for a layup.
First free throw is good. By Jahad Pettiford. He now has 5 points on the night to go with 3 rebounds and 5 assists. His career high, by the way, 6 assists, came against Ole Miss last year in February. Second free throw. Good.
He's really getting better. He just understands the game. As you get older, the game slows down for you mentally. It's doing that for Jahad. Once he tunes up his 3-point shot, then it's going to be something else.
McMillan at the top against the Auburn zone. Right side for Ruppin, outside the arc, 12 to shoot. Works on Pettiford, head fake, in the lane, up and under, and he finally got it to go down. Nicely played. Auburn quickly at the floor, Pettiford. To Hot, free throw line, head fake, wrap around Jovic. It bounced off Phillip out of bounds. I'm not sure he was ready for that pass.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's made enough trips up and down the floor to catch that one just yet from Jahad.
First 4 games, Jovic, 7 of 15 from the field, 18 points. 6 of 7 tonight alone with 14 points. And a career night for Phillip. 12:56, second half. 3 ball, right side. McMillan didn't get it. Whistle foul. And it was, I'm not sure who it was.
It was Jovic. I think he was kind of holding on his box out a little bit more aggressive than what the official wanted to see.
Magwood checks into the lineup for Auburn at the point. Jahad sits down for the Tigers. Ruppin will trigger baseline right against the 6'8 Jovic. Ruppin 5'10. Now Auburn does it face guard. Auburn will double team Ebo Wilson. I'll get things figured out. Here's the inbound for Ole Miss. They throw it off the back of Jovic. Ruppin put it up. It was blocked and out of bounds against Auburn.
Kind of a crafty little play. He tossed it off his back of the defender. Anytime your defender has his back to the inbounder, and he can toss it off your back, it becomes live.
But then Auburn blocked out of bounds. 12:49 in the second. Auburn 71, Jackson State 39. With each Tigers 3-pointer, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services makes a $25 donation to Outlet, which benefits local cancer patients and treatment centers. So far, 6 threes on the night for Auburn. Tigers lead at 71-39 over Jackson State. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Welcome back to You Did a Thing, the only game show that rewards tiny victories with the new Frosted Berry Whataburger from Whataburger. Today's contestant is being challenged to spell his niece's name. He's writing to Haley again, and he spelled it with an E-I-G-H. That's correct. You've earned a new Frosted Berry Whataburger with blueberry bursties, topped with sweet cold whip. Also enjoy prickly pear raspberry for a limited time.
Since 1992, Alicomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alicomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alicomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alicomp way.
Auburn family, it's time to join the coolest club on the plains, Aubie's Kids Club, presented by Chappie's. Memberships for the upcoming school year are on sale now. Your favorite Tigers Kids Club offers 2 membership options. They give you awesome gear like an Auburn t-shirt, a men's basketball SEC Champions medal sign, and more. Throughout the year, you can check in at Auburn Athletics events to receive points, earn prizes, and you'll also get invited to special events only available through Aubie's Kids Club. Head to auburntigers.com/kids club to sign up today. War Eagle.
Back inside Neville Arena, Brad Law checking the Yellowwood scoreboard. That top 11 battle in Chicago. Alabama has gone out in front of Illinois 43-42. That's despite the Illini holding a 24-18 advantage on the boards. It's been a really good game back and forth throughout. Crimson Tide on top of the Fighting Illini, 43-42. 18 minutes to play in the Windy City. That's a Yellowwood scoreboard update. Back to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dickey.
12:49 to go in this one. Auburn 71, Jackson State 39. Jackson State ball out of bounds, baseline left.
Yeah, baseline out of bounds. Got to defend it.
Dale Wilson will trigger. Williams, that is, will trigger. Jackson State, 6'3" junior out of Compton, California. Still looking for an inbound. Still looking. 5 seconds. Auburn basketball. On the 17th turnover of the night for Jackson State.
That's one of the statistics that they usually shoot it a little bit quicker before they turn it over, but tonight the Tigers defense, Auburn Tigers defense has just been stifling, forced a lot of turnovers.
Bagwood, top of the circle, left wing Bashir. He'll pop a 3. In and out. Rebound out of bounds off of Sebastian Williams-Adams. It goes tumbling into the baseline crowd. Auburn's had about, seems like 4 or 5 of those threes that have been in the cylinder and rimmed out tonight.
Once that Brashear gets the lid off that thing, he's going to be fun to watch fill that basket up because he can shoot it. It just is rimming, almost goes all the way down and then spits it right back out.
McMillan to Ruppin. 18 to shoot for Jackson State. Auburn leads 71-39. Ruppin against Magwood. Kicks it into the corner. McMillan. He'll pop a 3. Short. Rebound Bashir. Outlet Freeman. Up the left sideline, Magwood. Lob alley-oop to Jovic.
What a beautiful run right there. It's a good way to keep the ball off the floor. 2 quick passes and an alley-oop and a slam dunk by Philip Jovic.
Career high 16 on the night. Ruppin is fouled by Magwood at the top of the circle. To the second foul on Caden. And it takes us to a timeout break. 11:59 in the second. Auburn 73, Jackson State 39. And Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
If you are a fighter, Medella was your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for the people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are fun. Medella is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Medella, the mark of the fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Defensive statistics are presented by Cook's Pest Control. Cook's is the South's most trusted name in pest control and the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers.
Start with turnovers tonight. Auburn has forced 17 turnovers by Jackson State. Auburn has only committed 7. Auburn has turned that into 21 points to Jackson State's 8 off turnovers tonight. Rebounding right now, probably not at the total that Auburn would like against this Jackson State ball club, which has really struggled in rebounding. Auburn has out-rebounded Jackson State 26-23. Part of the reason is Auburn just shot the ball pretty well tonight. Auburn 50% in the second half, 56% in the game. Jackson State 50% in the second half, 35.7 in the ball game tonight.
Well, it's been a really good game for Philip Jovich. Has just been outstanding. 16 points, 2 rebounds in 15 minutes and only 1 turnover. But his activity on the defensive end, his active hands defensively has just been really, really good.
Inbound Wilson underneath the basket against Murph. Drops the shoulder, missed the shot. Rebound Murphy, the outlet to Magwood. Came to the right wing, left-hand dribble, top of the circle. Off the right side, Murphy. Up from about 8. Good.
Well, he can fill it up. He's got a really nice mid-range game. He can step out and shoot a 3. He's had a good night as well. Murphy has really played well. 15 points, 7 rebounds in 16 minutes.
6 of 9 from the field. 75-39 Auburn. 11:25 in the second. McMillan against Bashir. Crossover dribble down the left side, picked up by Murphy, puts it up, didn't get. Rebound slam off the right side. It's up and good by Kedrick Simmons.
Got a caught on that backside rebounding. Didn't get boxed out.
11:06 in the second. 75-41 Auburn. Magwood, Jovich. Free throw line, Murphy. Right corner, head fake at 3. Drive by Freeman to the hole. Goes up and he draws the foul. He'll go to the line for a couple.
Elijah Freeman is really deceptive on his move. He's elusive. He can catch that ball. You look like he's going to take the 3-point shot. He shot fakes. He's got such a long first step. He puts it on the deck, gets to the rim. He's done that 3 or 4 times. Had an outstanding play against Houston the other day from the top of the key. Was one of the best dunks of the year.
Freeman at the line for a couple. Free throw is good for the transfer from Division II Lincoln Memorial University. Originally out of Palm Beach, Florida, Wellington High School. Second free throw, good. Auburn better from the free throw line tonight, 77.8%, and perfect this season or tonight in the second half.
That's what we'd like to see.
The Shoddick into the lineup for Auburn. Inbound to Wilson. Ebo Wilson against the Auburn press. Back to McMillan. He'll bring it across midcourt with a couple seconds to spare. 77-41 Auburn. We're at the 10:45 mark of the second half. Ruffin out on the left wing. Lobs it to the top for Wilson. Couple dribbles, picks it up. Loses it. Murphy runs it down. He drives to the hole. Jams it with the right.
Up and away. Big slam dunk. Keyshawn Murphy goes flying through the air.
17 for Murphy on the night. And a foul in the backcourt on Abdul Bashir.
What an outstanding defensive play by Keyshawn Murphy. Quick hands, tipped the ball loose, chased it down, and finished it on the other end.
5 fouls apiece for Auburn and Jackson State. We're at the 10:29 mark. of the second half. 74th consecutive sellout here at Neville Arena tonight. McMillan, they run the weave at the top and a reach-in foul on Bishop. And you just can't do that, I guess, there. In between the top of the key and midcourt. Looked like it was all ball, friends.
The guy that made the call was blocked out. He just saw him kind of reach in. Anytime you're that far away from the basket and you reach in, they're going to hold it.
Ruffin at the top. McMillan, left side, Ruffin again. Screen from Wilson. Magwood stays with him. Another screen. Drives free throw line down the lane. Jump step into the corner. Head fake by McMillan. Shoots the three. Didn't get it. And was fouled. Mashalik. Mashalik lost his balance and fell into McMillan, who was shooting the ball. And McMillan will shoot, I think, three. And now they're in the bonus for the final 10:04.
Yeah, that's what the only negative that we can speak about right now is the Tigers have fouled a little bit too much. They're being a little bit over aggressive and not using their head quickly enough to think a little bit, not foul, and just force Jackson State into doing what they want to do.
First free throw by McMillan is good. He missed the second. Jackson State to its bench. Jamie Mitchell Jr. and Devin Reed come in. Ruffin and Wilson are out. Third free throw attempt by McMillan, and he makes 2 out of 3. 79-43 Auburn. 10 minutes in the second half. Magwood runs the point. Left sideline, Bashir to the top, Magwood. Right wing, Mashalik. Top of the circle, Magwood. Left wing, Bashir. Looked at a three, didn't take it. Magwood to the wing. Mashalik, free throw line, ball batted right back to him. Magwood to the corner, Bashir, 7 to shoot. Nice pass underneath. Jovic behind his head with a double hand slam.
Outstanding pass from Abdul Bashir that time to Philip Jovic, and he just stuffed it in the basket.
19 assists tonight for Auburn. 81-43, Auburn on top. 9:22, second half of play. In the corner, deflected out of bounds by Blake Mashalik. That'll bring Overton in. Bashir comes out.
That's one thing the Tigers have done tonight. Really done a nice job on the balance of total minutes played by each player.
3 to McMillan off the inbound. Shot clock at 7 for Jackson State. There's a steal by Mashalik. And then out of bounds off of Mitchell. Auburn will keep.
Great hustle by Blake Mashalik that time. Took the shortcut, ran through the pass.
Nine to 10 in the second. 81-43 Auburn. Magwood up the floor for the Tigers against the 2-3 zone of Jackson State. Magwood hangs back. Walks up a couple steps, drives to the left wing inside the arc. Out to the top, Mashalik for 3. Boom!
Beautiful. This place is going to erupt. Blake Mashalik for the 3 ball.
84-43 Auburn. 8:44, second half of play. McMillan in the center circle. Working on Overton. Gets a screen, tries to drive on Murphy, puts it up over Murphy and scores off the glass.
Here comes the Tigers. I like this speed game with the Tigers tonight. They're really pushing the basketball quicker down the floor than they have all year.
84-45 Auburn. Murphy free throw line. Puts it on the floor, drives. Underneath, turnaround jumper. Good.
Just using his size, getting up over the top of it. Really made a nice one-on-one, nice spin move.
Season high 19 for Murphy. He's one off his career high. There's a steal by Overton with Jovic. Overton lobs it. Oh, he was trying to set up Jovic. Picked up in the corner by Mashalik. Hands to Magwood on the way. Caden rather drives down to the baseline and scores.
Nice drive by Magwood. Just kept driving, got to the heart of the defense, evaluated himself, did one of the 3 things that you can do when you get in the middle of court and laid it in himself.
88-45, Auburn on top. Near steal, there is a steal. Magwood to the basket, dunks it.
Steals the ball, goes for a slam dunk. Outstanding play.
90-45 Auburn, 7.5 minutes to go in the second half. And a whistle, and I think we've got a clock malfunction. We will go to a timeout break, and we'll sort it all out. On to Victory, proud to be the official events experience of the Auburn Tigers. Experience Auburn like never before through On to Victory. See upcoming events and sponsorship opportunities at ontovictory.com. 7:27 in the second. Auburn 90, Jackson State 45. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Movie night.
We will do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Auburn women's basketball closes out a 5-game homestand Thursday night against Rutgers. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. Central, and tickets are available at aubtix.com. Come out and support Coach Vickers and the Tigers as they take on the first of 2 Big Ten opponents this season. Make your plans now to see Auburn battle Rutgers in Neville Arena Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central. War Eagle.
Back at Neville Arena, Brad Law with a check to the Yellowwood scoreboard. Alabama's opened up a 6-point lead over Illinois in Chicago. There's 13.5 minutes to go in that ball game. Crimson Tide lead the Illini 54-48 in that big number 11 versus number 8 battle in Chicago. That's a Yellowwood scoreboard update. Back now to Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dickey.
7:27 to go in the second half here. Auburn 90, Jackson State 45. Mashalik, Magwood. Oh, good to see Simon Walker on the floor for the first time. Talented freshman out of Huntsville High School in Huntsville, Alabama. Missed all of the games thus far with a bad foot, but getting his first collegiate action here tonight. Good to see that.
Anxious
Forum
to see
also
him
back
play.
in there. Yes. Sharp shooting guard out of Huntsville. Ruppin. Picked up by Simon Walker on the left wing. Throws it top of the circle for McMillan. Shot clock at 12. McMillan off the left side. Mitchell picked up at the top for Ruppin. Pull-up jumper over Walker. It's good.
Tough matchup. Really nice play by Ruffin that time.
Magwood across midcourt. Bounce pass left sideline. Mashalik. Top of the circle. Magwood. Right corner. 3-ball. Walker. That didn't take long.
He made his presence known right off the bat. That young man can really light it up. I haven't got a chance to see him since the summertime, but it's good to see him on the floor. And a perimeter shooter, you cannot have enough of those guys.
6:34 in the second. 93-47. Auburn leads Jackson State. Ruppin off the right side. A pass for McMillan. Picked up by Walker there. Left side, and Mashalik steps in front of a pass and knocks it out of bounds. 6:23 in the second. 93-47 Auburn. Inbound Ruppin against Mashalik. Hesitation move down the left side of the lane, and Blake got it. Auburn thought it was a hook by Ruppin.
That's one thing that the Tigers got to understand with a 4, 5, 6 seconds left in the shot clock, they've got to go to the basket or pull up for a quick three.
Ruppin at the free throw line. First free throw is good for Deshaun.
Most officials are going to protect ball handlers and shooters on that play when there's any contact.
Ree and McMillan are out Simmons returns to the lineup. Ruppin knocks home both free throws. He has 12, averaging 14.7 a game. 93-49 Auburn. 6:14 in the second. Mashali, Magwood penetrates to the basket. Hangs, shoots, scores with the right hand.
Just does outstanding job. If there's one thing that the Tigers did tonight offensively that has been really of improvement is once they swing the basketball.
And Magwood reaches in on Ruppin. And they're in the double bonus.
Attacking the seams, Magwood did then for the layup is a really good sign. But Pettiford has done it throughout the night. Blake Mashalik has done it.
The free throw is good for Ruppin. Ruppin with 13 on the night.
He's kind of getting his
going
to get his average tonight, isn't he?
He's at 14 now. 95-51 Auburn, under 6 minutes to go. Mashalik left wing. Bounce pass, Magwood. Working on Ruppin. Lobs at free throw line of Purim. Right wing for Walker. Simon, top of the circle for Magwood. Backs up, 13 to shoot. Magwood on the right-hand dribble. Gets a screen from O'Purum. Waits to get it to O'Purum. Instead, right wing three, Jovic. Long. Rebound over the backboard and out of bounds.
Having a night like this that Philip Jovic has had, being 8 for 10, get a little freedom. Take you a 3-ball.
5:23 and a counting clock in the second. 95-51 Auburn. Ruppin at the top. Up by Mashalik, who jumps out on him. And O'Purum, they're double teaming it. He throws it off the right side for Simmons. At the sideline against Walker. Down to the low post it goes for Butler. Butler on the wing. Mitchell on the wing. Down to the baseline. Wraparound pass. Ball. There's a shot clock violation against Jackson State.
Good shutout defense by the Auburn Tigers that time. They kept feet moving, control the basketball.
22nd turnover tonight for Jackson State. And Auburn has taken that. Now scored Jackson State 36-8. 95-51 Auburn, 4:50 to go in this one. Magwood backs it up. Bounce pass, Jovic near the top. Back to Magwood. Shot clock at 10. Magwood, corner. Walker, 3. 2 for 2.
He's 2 for 2. He's got a great-looking jump shot. That young man's going to inch his way into more minutes by making perimeter three-point shots.
98-51 Auburn. Ruppin penetrates to the basket. Follows block, rebounded by Wilson, and he puts it in with a foul on the. His first bucket of the night for Ebo Wilson. Foul against Simon Walker. His first 2 baskets and his first foul. That'll bring Devin Ree into the lineup for Jackson State, replacing Butler. McMillan to come in for Wilson if Ebo makes his free throw. He did not. And the rebound pulled in by Jovic.
It was good. They only got Phillip down for 3 rebounds, but I think he's been not sure who's recording those, but he's been awful active on the.
Mashalik to Magwood. Pops a 3. It's long. The rebound pulled in by Jackson State.
Got a good defensive stand right here. Trying to hold the Jackson State Tigers.
Drive. Mitchell fouled by Mashalik. Lake has picked up 4 pretty quick fouls, all in the second half. Jackson State shoots free throws when we come back. A reminder, Auburn basketball brought to you by Auburn Opelika Tourism. Start your next visit to the Plains at aotourism.com. 3:52 in the second. Auburn 98, Jackson State 53. And Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And guess what? You are your child's first teacher. Talking, singing, playing, and reading every day helps your child learn and thrive. Singing boosts memory. Playing builds problem-solving skills. Reading grows vocabulary. Talking teaches communication. Start strong because these early years matter the most. For tips and tools, visit the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education at children.alabama.gov. Alabama's children deserve a strong start.
Nugget bells, nuggets all the way.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Harrison.
And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
Is sharing them when we cut down the Christmas tree.
we will pack the car with gifts. And of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests pay for their testimonials.
At East Alabama Health, our team of employees and physicians is ranked among the best season after season. In the past year alone, Becker's has named us one of the top 150 places to work in healthcare. Newsweek has called us the best in-state hospital. And for the second year in a row, Newsweek also named us as one of America's best maternity hospitals. But you know what makes us most proud at East Alabama Health? Is being an official partner of the Auburn Tigers. Join our winning team today at eastalabamahealth.org.
Keep it here after the game for the Regents Bank postgame show with final stats and analysis, plus comments from Coach Pearl. Now back to the game.
3:52 to go in the second half on the night. Auburn shooting a blistering 61.7% from the field, 37 of 60, including 9 threes. Auburn is 15 of 19 from the free throw line. All of that is good news for Auburn. Tigers lead at 98-53. Jackson State at the free throw line with 3:52 to go in the second half. Next up for Auburn, the Tigers play Oregon in Las Vegas Monday night at 7. Our pregame coverage starts with Tiger Talk from Baumhauer's Victory Grill at 6. Tuesday night, Auburn plays Michigan at 7:30 in Las Vegas. After tonight, Jackson State goes to Arkansas this Friday. Not at home for the first time until Sunday against Winthrop. Free throw is short by Jamie Mitchell Jr. Oh, he misses a second. You can hear what's on the line. Ooh, he prize. Up, he knocked it home. 98-54, Auburn, 3:50 in the second half. Magwood across midcourt. Left wing, Walker. Top of the circle, Magwood. Screen from Bashir, splits a double team, and throws an alley-oop on a one-handed hammer to Emeka Okporo.
Nice slam dunk by Okporo. Went sky high to throttle that goal.
That's Auburn's 13th dunk of the night. McMillan, left wing three, didn't get it. Run down on the right side by Keldrick Simmons. To McMillan. Down the lane. Goes up. Didn't get it. Rebound, Mashalik. Whistle. Jump ball. Auburn will have the arrow. 100-54 Auburn.
With 3:16 to go. I'd like to see Bashir get a basket. He's the only player that hadn't joined the scoring column tonight.
Mashalik at the top. At the top, back to Magwood. Ball knocked out of his hand from behind. Ahead to Ruffin. Ruffin drives to the hole, hangs and scores. Deshaun with 16 on the night. 100-56, Auburn on top. Magwood left sideline for Abdul. It's a screen from Abeka. Off the right side for Magwood. Shot clock at 17. 2:43 and a counting clock in the second. Magwood, left wing, Abdul. To the corner. Simon Walker, another three. He's 3 for 3.
3 for 3 in a deep corner. One of the hardest shots in the game. All 3 shots is from the deep corners.
103-56 Auburn. 3 ball right side. Mitchell knocks it home. That'll bring Reed Trapp into the lineup for the next stoppage of play for Auburn, along with C.J. Williams and Drake Cardwell. Magwell brings Walker to the left sideline. Wants a screen. Spins to the corner. And the ball out of bounds. Nobody there for Auburn.
I don't think anyone was there.
No.
The players were standing up on the bench.
And you're right.
think it just kind of caught him off guard right quick.
Mashalik and Magwood come out. Williams is in for Auburn. So is Reed Trapp. Cardwell also in as Overton. Excuse me, Mashalik and Magwood out of there for Auburn along with Bashir. Mitchell inside the arc. The pass for Devin Reed. 1:52 to go. Ruffin mid lane, high off the glass is good. 103-61 Auburn. Trap to C.J. Williams up the 4 for the Tigers. C.J. to the right wing for Simon Walker. He'll pop a long 3. C.J. knocked it home. It's a logo 3.
Downtown C.J. Williams from the different area code there.
Boy, it sure was. 106-61 Auburn. On the right wing, Mitchell. Down the right side, McMillan drives to the baseline. Gets cut off. Brings it back out to the right wing. Top of the circle for Ruffin. 10 to shoot for Jackson State. Goes underneath for Mitchell, and a whistle and a foul. Looked like a pretty good block, but Opurum is called for the foul. Hey, find your piece of paradise on the Alabama Gulf Coast with Mindy Jones of Remax Paradise. Visit mindy@paradise.com. Mitchell at the line for a couple. 106-61 Auburn, 107 to go. Mitchell knocks home the free throw. Second free throw for Mitchell. Good as well. 106-63 Auburn. Williams at the top, left wing Walker. Another long 3. And he banked it in. He banked in a 3. He is 4 for 4 from 3.
Unbelievable. What a way to start your career, Auburn Tigers.
My goodness. 109-63 Auburn. Ruffin. Stop and pop 3 at the top. Didn't get it. Rebound to Poro. 41 seconds to go. Up the floor quickly. C.J. Williams. Into the corner for Simon Walker. 5 of 5.
It's too good to be true. What a wrist on that young man. What a future he has in the Auburn Tiger uniform.
112-63 Auburn. Back door. The low post. Off the wing. Long 3. It's good for McMillan. And Auburn, I think, will call off the Dogs now. Yep. 19 seconds to go in this one. Game clock is off. C.J. Williams will just try and dribble this one away. 112-66. Trap with 9 seconds to go. Free throw line for Cardwell. To Trap, and this one is over. All Auburn, all night. Auburn 112. Jackson State 66 tonight.
I'd say that was an outstanding tune-up going into Feast Week. Next week over in Las Vegas, the competition will certainly be much tougher, but the Auburn Tigers have done what they needed to do to prepare.
Career high 16, make that 18 points for Philip Jovich. Simon Walker opens his Auburn career by hitting 5 straight threes, all in the second half. And Auburn wins at 112-66. Stay tuned. The Regions Bank postgame show is next, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And